Good morning, Reg. How you doing? See, we got a few people on the live stream already. Thank you all for joining us. If you'll let me know who's here. Morning, Jeff. How you doing? Oh man. Good morning. How you doing? Yes, I did. Trying to run. But you see it on the daily though. Oh yeah. Hold on. I have to switch all over to the live stream. One second. Can somebody speak for me on the Discord?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure I could still hear. What's up, Steve? How you doing, man? Oh, why is this not working? Paste. There we go. Man, my PC is tripping.
Oh, fuck. Not sure, but I think this is one of the fuckheads that I fucking slammed on
Whoa.
my horn and gave the finger to last.
Whoa. We have a bunch of people on the live stream. Thank you all for joining us. We have about 8 people on the live stream. If you would, please let me know who's here. Welcome to our coffee and stock sessions. If this is the first time that you've joined us, we typically review the markets going into the day. Currently have a small account challenge that we're doing. We're wrapping up for the end of March. If you weren't able to participate in the March small account challenge, we will be starting one for April. We're using this account challenge to utilize options and allow for our members to learn how to utilize options in times of market downturns, and even just acquiring free shares is what I like to call it on our on the stocks that we want to hold long term to build up equity stakes for free, pretty much using options. So if you want to join us, feel free. I'll drop the Facebook um, link to our account challenge in the chat today. I meant to do that the last few days. Just been super busy, so I apologize for that. We went from like 3 to 8 real quick. I don't know if that was a glitch or not, but um, let's see. Go ahead and share this. Oh no. All right, share it in the Discord real quick, and then we'll get started. Bah. That did not work out to plan. Anyways, so we'll go ahead and get started. Um, Looking at the daily uh, overall score that we use every morning, we're currently sitting at a 1, so this could go up or down pretty easily. But for the most part, the VIX is seeing some weakness, pulled back about 0.2%, so not much. But one thing that's standing out to me is the international equities being in the red. We can kind of expect the U.S. markets to follow that. That will impact the direction of the U.S. equities. That being your Dow, your S&P, Nasdaq, and Russell. Um, Nasdaq doing very well for the morning for the most part. It's been doing actually worse than the S&P and the Russell, um, but it has since reversed. So we might see a lot of your tech sectors pick up, um, continuing moving forward. Yep, green for the most part. Um, so it's a good thing. We'll be looking at calls going into the day. I know some people are actually holding puts from yesterday. There's a new strategy that we're testing to catch morning gaps and things like that. Um, I know that the IWM is currently up right now, but one thing that I noticed is weakness on the daily for it. we're actually showing red on the lower time frames, and that could cause some weight and pressure on the rest of the market itself. But we will keep up with that and see how it's going. We're currently hitting the 180 on the 30 minutes, so I want to see if it rejects off of that. We're seeing the reverse of what we saw last week as well, where Monday we had a green day, Tuesday we had semi-red day, and then I think Wednesday we ran again. Um, but on Monday we were trading above the EMAs on some of these markets, and then specifically the Q. I'm gonna look at it in a minute, but and then it broke out, and then on Wednesday it was riding above the EMAs, and I think it kind of broke down a little bit before it broke out. I can't remember quite. I've slept a few times before since then, I guess you could say, but for the most part, riding above the EMAs on the IWM, hitting that 180 though, so we're in a compression zone. See what happens there. Showing some slight weakness on the 1 hour, but and some potential EMA rejections on the 4, looking around the 34 EMA, and trading under the EMAs on the daily for the IWM. But as far as the QQQ, let's have a look at her. See what she's doing today. We're tapping that top line of the long-term trend. So again, another Wednesday that can be a very telling day. And if you, what I refer to in that well, I wouldn't even say long-term trend, midterm trend, and this is going back to the beginning of February for you that might be catching up. Uh, we're tapping this trend, this top line channel that we've been trading in. That's what we're currently at pre-market today. So maybe we can break out of this trend, and if we do, then we'll go to the upside pretty heavy. But for the most part, if we don't, then we'll potentially continue downward into this trend, and we could see this possibly coming back to the 180, which is pretty deep. I mean, it's 296 where the 180 sits right now. So definitely something to watch for going into today is how we react to those. Last week we rejected on it. I expected it to bounce. I think we actually did calls on Wednesday, and they ended up biting us in the butt, and it reversed downward, and we weren't able to, we had to hold into the next day, and I think we were able to kind of capture some of those gains at night, that next day or so. But for the most part, like I said, we're green right now. International equities are red, so that's something I'm paying attention to as well, just to see how we react there. And then I'll be watching the VIX to see if volatility is picking up at all. We actually opened up this morning about 5:30. The VIX was up 1.63%, and it's come down since then about 1.68, putting it back into the red. I forgot to track the markets at 6:30, but I'll track them for 7:30. Woke up pretty early this morning, so I was able to get a quick glance this morning going into the day. Let's see. I need to share this too. It's not coming across my email either. I noticed that I'm having issues with our announcement system. I need to figure out what's going on there. I may have made some adjustments and forgot to reactivate it or something. Let's see. There we go. I'll gander at that real quick. I don't know what it is about this Chrome browser specifically, but it's not allowing me to do anything. Alright, so I'm going to have to do it over here. Alright, that's still there. That way you guys can look at that. Still watching the DXY for sure, and the TNX as well. DXY is actually bouncing pretty heavy on the 1 day. Broke a long-term trend that we've been in since COVID actually hit. It's been coming down for the most part, and it broke out of that downward trend on the weekly, and that ultimately brought on some concern that I had with the markets overall, potentially having some downward pressure. The SPY being at I wouldn't say all-time high, but in those ATH levels, has more of a chance to come down than actually break through and go up as far as trying to do a ratio on that. the IWM and the QQQ still have a lot of headspace as far as their all-time highs. We could see a rotation back into techs. I know that consumer discretionaries are running today, so a lot of those, like Amazons and stuff like that, will be running for the most part today, which could have an effect on why the QQQ is actually running as well as it is this morning. Let me make sure I have my mic pretty close to me so you can hear me pretty well. Um, but I need to see what's going on with the alert system. It's not kicking in. Or the announcement system, that is. Which is a concern. If y'all give me a second. See a few people hopped off of the live stream. If you can let me know who's here. I'm trying to see if my viewer counter is messed up or not. If it's actually in sync with who's actually here and who's not. So that's why I keep asking sometimes while we're in these live streams to see. Um, just so I can make sure everything's working properly. Let's look at the 1 hours on these real quick. The SPY is currently showing a bend to the upside on the 1 hour. QQQ is as well. And if that is the case, then it will break that longer term trend. I'm actually seeing a similar trend in the IWM. But like I said, on the IWM, actually, it was showing some weakness on the daily, so I don't know if that downward pressure is going to pull down on the lower time frames. Can you hear us in Discord? Oh, I'm sorry. So somebody was talking in the background and I muted it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hey, thanks. It was Bear. We took care of it.
Oh, okay. Got you. Sorry.
I said, look at the DXY on the 10-minute.
On the 10
It's
minute?
just breaking down now in just passing the 180.
I see that. All right. Let me pull that up for us here so
This might
everybody.
be Green Day.
Yeah, it might be. And that it might be the catalyst that we need to use to get out of this bind that we've been in on the QQQ and ultimately see some of these stocks that we've been waiting on to rebound and recover come back up. So looking at the DXY, what he's referring to right here is on the 10 minute, which is our bottom right chart here. I got caught up looking at the 5 minute and where it's sitting on the EMAs. Currently trading under the EMAs on the 1 minute. So I think we'll bust through these EMAs on the 5s. I think the 5 is going to have downward pressure on the top two charts, which are lower time frames. But yeah, I agree. We might have a green day today. Unfortunately, I think Reg actually had puts on the IWM.
So do
Um, and you do too, right? Okay.
I. Yeah.
So we'll keep tracking the markets and see if like we have since pulled back just a little bit since 7:30. I mean that was only 5 minutes ago though, so we still have some time to let that play out.
I
Um,
believe we both have the 218
really.
for the 16th. Yeah.
And give me a second. Yeah. So man, I turned my announcement system off. I was wondering. I was getting reports from people that they weren't getting required channel ID is missing. What are you talking about? They weren't getting notifications anymore via email of the coffee and stock sessions, and I think that's why we've, for the most part, seen a decline in viewer activity. And
Yeah. Remember it sent out like 10 at one time and you turned it off?
that was for our closed cell alerts,
Mm.
which is a different automation system, or same system, different setup, separated from this. Where did I want to put this? Don't I have an announcements channel or something? It doesn't look like I do. I'm gonna start dumping stuff in general chat for now until I can get everything built out. But that's what it was. I was trying to set up the Millennial investment automation setup, and it caused some issues there because I didn't fully build it out. So that hurts because for the most part I've been pushing out these announcements, and it actually hasn't been doing anything.
I haven't gotten an email in weeks.
Right. It's crazy. Well, I know I haven't done any trade alerts for sure, and that is one thing that most of my emails consisted of at first. Outside of our options that we've been doing on here, yes, trying to get to a previous resistance on the 15 minute. So I need to get that set up real quick, and I'll push out the live stream again, and maybe we'll start seeing some of our people come back. I was wondering what was going on because I'm slowly seeing it honestly die, and I'm like, okay, no, that's fine. I had thought everybody moved from the YouTube to the Discord channel. They're probably thinking that I'm not doing this anymore or something now at this point. Me not seeing anything in anybody, but still here. Just gotta let them know. So, most of you already know I have started an event on Facebook for the next April challenge. If you could, the small account challenge. If you could, invite other investors that might just go ahead and invite them. They might be interested. They might not be. I'm not sure, but I do want to get it shared as much as possible and kind of build this thing up. I want this to be a monthly thing that we do, where we have a reset. I know a lot of people have opened up new accounts and stuff like that, and maybe we can dedicate those accounts to what we're doing for the most part, and just start from scratch and then pay ourselves out or something at the end of the month, or move it to another account or something. I myself have like 4 TDA accounts now. One of those is a Scott trade account, so I don't know what I had to do to recover it, but I have to set up my other one. There we go. If you get a large influx of emails here in a second, I apologize, but it's probably the automation system having like pent up like a backlog. So, my apologies if that happens. All right, let me send this message out real quick, and then we'll get back into it. Well, I'll just start a new message. How about that? Just do it from scratch. Come on in there. Our coffee and stock sessions. Account challenge. Other potential investment opportunities. And then if you're interested, participating. See, I expected to have all this done before we even started the live stream, so excuse me that I have to do this now. Interested in participating in April small account challenge. Simply join our event here. Facebook. So, anyways, I'll get back to it though. Now that we have that all squared away and ready to roll. Yeah, now we're down to a 1. So we've been sitting at a 1 for the most part. I think we hopped up to a 3 there for a minute. But I think the international equities weighed down a little bit. Let me see. Overall was sitting at a -3. We jumped up to 12. Now we're at a 53 percentile rate. Excuse me, I got a lot going on. I can't remember what it was when we first started. I swear I need like 6 of me, and I'll be good. See, we got a few people on there. What's up, Dion? I see you on there. Justin Rage. I'm not sure if Steven's still here. I'm having a lot of issues with my MacBook, my iMac on my right side too. It's like I'm about to have to restart it, I guess. Get it to act right. he is trying to blame Evergreen or hire ASPs. Yeah. But the issue with hiring people is they probably wouldn't do it how you want it done anyway. So, like, I'm real picky on how stuff is done. And I know how I want it versus me telling someone how I want it and expecting them to deliver on that. So, that's my dilemma there. I've tried working with other people on this, and it's a challenge. Give them the axe. Yeah, that's definitely a way to go with it if they fail. Yeah. Oh man.
You can let me give them the axe. I
All
love
right.
doing that.
Yeah, you'll be my axe man, bro. For real. Cause every morning it's you chewing somebody out before they even get started. It sounds like let them know what's going
Yep.
on. There you go. That's how it's supposed to be, I guess. All right. All right. So I will be sharing the thank you. I will be sharing the event in the chat for you to join, and feel free to share that if you would as well. Um, Man, this thing is really bugging out today. I'm really getting irritated with it. Jesus, I can't even hit space on this thing. Killing me, Smalls. Killing me, Smalls. Yeah, I bought a newer Mac than the Mac I have that I'm working off of, and it's worse than the Mac that I have that I'm working off of. It's like, send it back or start from scratch with it or something. I don't know. Let me do it from this one. It'll work better. There we go. Progress to be made. And then let me open up the live stream link. Get that in there. Boom, boom. If you will, I'm sending out the message now for the announcement this morning. I should get the email, but I want to confirm that everybody else is as well. So I'll just push that out. All right, back to business. DXY, we're seeing losing momentum. I want to see how, for the most part, Jeff, I know that we're tapping that 180 on the 10, but we've been riding the 180 on the DXY on the 1 minute since like the beginning of Monday, I believe. So that's something I'm going to watch like for confirmation, is that we actually break down below the 180. The EMAs get below the 180. Because it seems like as soon as you see right here, am I sharing my screen on Discord?
10 minute just broke through the 180, the 34, and the 55.
Yeah, my concern is when we were trading below the EMAs, as soon as the 13 got near the 180, it bounced right off of it, and that's when we went back into this direction. And that was yesterday afternoon. Looks like after, no, that was that this morning? Yeah. So I'm gonna see how it acts there, but I know it was doing the same thing yesterday. So something else I'm gonna be watching for is just how it reacts to the 1 minute 180. If we break down below it though, then I think we're good to go. Yeah, it looks like the announcements are back up and running now. So let me share this everywhere. Man, this thing is really bugging out today. I'm just about to restart this thing. Might be due to the fact that I leave my PCs running overnight. Whoopsies. Boom. Get you some. Alright. See, we got still got a few people on here, but let me do this. Let me close all this stuff out now. Get some processing power back here. And then the SPY just broke above 395. The QQQ is currently bouncing to that 316, 70, 80 level. IWM is hitting 219 right now. And like you said, on the 10 minute for the, and this is looking at the 10 minute charts for all of them, that DXY is breaking down. Let's see. Maybe this will let me look. Yeah, so yesterday, this is what I wanted to point out. Yesterday, for the most part, we rode along the 180 pretty well. And it never really broke down until, it looks like this morning. pre-market. So I want to see how it reacted to yesterday's pre-market as well, and see if we're seeing the same type of trends there for a continued breakout. 30th, okay. We bounced up above it in the same time frame where we bounced down, but now we're at 6 o'clock and we're riding back above it again. So just be careful that it's not a misconception that this thing's really going to break down on us, and actually do the reverse and bounce back up. So I just don't want people to get the wrong idea that we're all green for the day and then market opens and we take a massive fall on our face, which would actually play in part for you guys with the puts that you held overnight. My thing is that I'm concerned about is the fact that you bought shorter expirations. I know that was probably what you could afford with what was left in your free capital, and I understand that, but I never will buy an expiration that's due the next day. Well, I know you bought these; they were due 2 days. I really don't do anything less than 7 for a situation like this, because what you could see is them run up today and top out. Specifically, once the SPY tops out near those 396s, is what I expect. There's a lot of resistance up there. And getting to 398 it's getting less and less probable to happen. I think it would be worthwhile holding them through the rest of the week. Of course, we only have Thursday left. After today, we're having a short week this week, unfortunately. I'm actually looking at funding my crypto account so I can trade over the weekend and get my practice in on my momentum swings. And that's something else that I'm thinking about too. I know we're doing our April account challenge going into April, of course. But I think like I want to start branching into cryptos eventually if people have that interest. You see that DXY pop off that 180 on the 1 minute, Jeff?
No, I'm not watching it. I'm tracking a shipment that I.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I'll look in a minute.
Yeah, it bounced right off the 180, even on the 10 minute. And it's actually the EMAs are showing green signals. We haven't had the second confirmation, of course, but for the most part, it looks like it was a fake breakdown on the 5 minute EMAs, from what I can see. So, continue watching the DXY. Be careful to think that it's really going to come down. I had the conclusion that it was yesterday. We were seeing a lot of momentum loss on the longer time frames, but it looks like it still has some strength to keep pushing higher. After breaking that weekly trend that it's been in since March of 2020, I think it's really going to run. There are some resistance levels that I identified. I want to look at that with you guys that I am going to watch, where this could actually reverse from breaking out of that trend and consolidate some more before we come down all the way, which is good because that'll allow the markets to free up, and then we might see all-time highs at that point for like the SPY and stuff like that, and NASDAQ. Let me, man, what is up with my charts today? I'm dealing with this again. Good old trading view, man. Come on. TXY is still sitting around the 172s. It's currently riding against some resistance levels that go back for some time. But what I was looking at was right here was this dip and the support that we found right here. If I can squeeze in there. Ah, there it was. Come on. Boom. Right there. And then even more so, I think on the daily, a little bit closer. There was something else that stood out to me. Let me see. Because I was reviewing this morning. Yeah, these support levels here. Double taps right there that we hit. I think that's what it was. Or was it? There's something that stood out to me. I can't. It's not standing out to me. I think it's on my laptop. I have it set up and I needed to save it. So we have a few more people in the live stream. Welcome. uh, this is your first time, we're currently looking at the markets and trying to determine what the DXY is going to do. If the DXY continues to pull up, we can see the markets continue to pull down. Also, yesterday we identified that we kind of broke correlation with those two for a minute there, and then it looked like it slowly made its way back into correlation, meaning as the DXY went up, the markets were coming down. At a certain point, there was a churn period where the markets were actually picking up. I wasn't able to identify if there was any news to justify the move up against the dollar moving up at the same time. But as soon as the dollar broke down, that's when we saw the Qs hit 314, I think, 50s, 70s area. IWM was tapping 218, and I think the SPY was tapping out about 394.50 or 394.80s. But for the most part, we're trading above the EMAs on the lower time frames. I'm going through them on my screen above us to kind of see what we're looking at. And looks like 10 minutes pretty strong. But the DXY was supposed to break the 180 just a minute ago on the 10 minute. It did dip below it, but it didn't stay below it. It found some support rejections and picked back up. And looking at the longer time frames, I'm just kind of seeing what the strength looks like on the markets overall. There's a large gap between the QQQ to fill all the way back to about 314.50 where we closed yesterday. It's currently sitting at 316.45, so it's a $2 drop we could possibly capture. It's actually going oversold here in a minute on the 30 minute, which means it's probably oversold on the 10. It is. And one thing that we've been trying to identify too is in the morning. Sometimes you'll see oversold status in pre-market. We're trying to see if that accounts for the double dip RSI bounce that we see, where it'll not oversold, overbought this morning, but whether it's overbought or oversold, it'll go overbought, it'll dip down, and then it'll go into overbought status again on a certain time frame. So you'll see that a lot on the 1 minute, you'll see it on the 5 minute, and the duration that it takes for that double dip expands as you go up these longer time frames. So 10 minute are the real strong plays that we see on double dip RSI bounces. But when you start seeing 30 minutes, 1 hours, then you can expect a very strong run to come behind that. Question being with the QQQ bringing a lot of pressure down on tech is if it's going to be a strong enough run to break through that midterm trend that we've been trading in channel for the most part since March, beginning of February almost, mid-February I think, all the way down to March. So keep
Look
an
at
eye
the S&P 500.
Okay.
Go back to the 9th on the S&P 500.
Okay.
Right at the open.
9th of March.
Yeah.
What time frame are you watching it on?
1 minute. 30-day 1 minute.
Got you. You went way, way back on this 1 minute chart. Way, way back.
See a huge gap in it.
That's the one that we saw that it never filled, right?
Yeah, so we know it's got to come all the way back down to 38.50 down to 38.20. So 30 bucks it's got to fill right there.
So that's what 383s on the SPY, 381s possibly.
Yeah, somewhere right in there.
Yeah. So that's a $14 gap. We play in the money, so that's $50 per dollar that it goes down with a $14 gap to the downside. And actually, that would put the SPY back in that natural growth trend that the economy was in, the markets were in, when they correlated with the economy, I guess you could say, the most, at least, before COVID hit. It's around those 381s, 380s, 381s. And it grows higher the longer we go, of course. But that's actually the top line of the channel of the natural growth trend of the stock market. S&P 500 to be specific. So that would be good because that would be the correction that we would need. It's about a 5% correction though versus a 10% correction. And I think the 5% would actually throw us into an additional 2.5 to 5% drop from panic selling and people freaking out from a drop like that in the markets. But it's not uncommon that I think we hit 371 when Jay Powell opened his mouth pretty easily and quick, all in one day. And I think we were trading at the high 386s or something like that when that occurred. I'm trying to pull back here. I'm not sure if it's going to show me that time frame. Let me see. Or I could just use the calendar thing, I bet. Let's do that. You said March 9th, right?
Yeah. Tuesday the 9th.
Okay. There we go. I don't know why my trading view's going so slow this morning. And then you said at market open?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lee, be careful. Where's my hug at, girl?
Actually, it looks like it was might have been pre-market.
Pre-market?
Okay. Yeah.
Have a good day. Okay. Let's go look. Get away, and I don't stop. No. Sorry. All hyped up on coffee this morning. Come on. It went back to the 16th. It didn't go all the way back to the 8th. Or the 9th. Ugh.
Here, I'll post it over in the Discord.
Yeah, do that for me. I'm trying to figure out, so we did a webcast yesterday on earnings call for a company we've been watching for the most part. But it'd be cool, like, if you guys could stream your windows and the YouTube channel too, so everybody can see what you're seeing. Man, why is this thing going so slow today? I probably got a lot open too. Let me close some of this stuff out. I do. Close out my trading view for now. Close this out. I hate how slow it's gone though. Anyways. Almost made it to the 8th, if I can get there.
I posted the picture in Discord too.
Okay.
General chat.
Did that announcement come through the general chat? Looks like it did. Okay, cool. Yeah, so what is that gap? 382 to 385 gap up? Tuesday the 9th?
Looks like it.
Yeah, it's right here. I finally got to it on the live stream here. I think it's because I have those 4 charts running on 2 different tabs. It takes a lot of processing power to do it. I mean, it's constant updates. Let me check something real quick. All right, so we just went into a -1. So I'm not sure if we're topping out here, where we're currently at, and it's currently 7:58. I tracked it at 7:30, so right at market open, I'll track it again. But for the most part, we're up from yesterday. Green. DXY is still running off that 10-minute. Can you see my screen now, Jeff? I'm not sure if you were doing something else. So we found some strong support right there, some harmonic candles almost on the 1 minute 180, which is what I thought was going to happen. And now we're going green on the 10 minute. We're trading above the EMAs on the 10. This could run back to 93.40. That could actually play a part for you guys for the first part of the morning, which I wouldn't mind seeing the markets retrace for the most part, until you guys could get out of your puts that you're holding overnight, and go from there. I actually have to call TDA Ameritrade myself to see what's going on with this new IRA account that I opened up, and why I'm not able to access that if it's based on a margin account. If you guys know, if it's a margin account, does the cash still have to settle before you can access those funds again?
Yeah, you gotta wait 3 days for it to settle, I believe.
Sucks. Okay, that's cool. I'll wait. I'm gonna get my 3rd account set up so I can have it doing some other stuff. I think that's where I'm gonna here he goes with his daily routine. But I think that's where I'm gonna hold my longer term stocks that I'm doing the option equity attack with. Getting those free shares and just putting them to the side so I don't get that money mixed up with anything else. With my main account, and then my IRA is just doing what it's doing, which is my third strategy that I'm running on the markets daily. For the most part, I think everybody in the small account challenge at this point has doubled up their accounts, right? I mean, with the exception of some having issues with like day trade limitations and stuff like that, and transferring to TOS and stuff. But everybody that's been actively trading is pretty much up about 100% now, right? Not sure if you guys are available to talk on the Discord call or not.
Yeah, I'm up like 94%.
94%.
And
So
I had that terrible day before yesterday just because my internet was out and I couldn't get out of those puts.
yeah. So it's even with the terrible week last week, you're still up 100%.
Almost, yeah.
Okay. What we'll do now that we have the small account challenge tracker on the platform. Also, I don't know if you guys saw it in Gen Chat, but I have corrected the stock overview pages so that you can access DD, submit DD directly from your phone, if it's even in a copy and paste manner. But the overview is there now. At least for the mobile side, the desktop version on the actual website side of the platform was already active, and the same for the mobile version on the mobile app. Of course, I need to focus on that next. It's my next priority. I bought those RMO shares yesterday, 30 of them at 902. They're currently down $50 already. RMO sitting at 869. Another thing I wanted to point out to you guys as well that I figured out. RMO we're actually at a support level for RMO in the 860s. When we saw that deep run to like 540 on Tesla, RMO is currently sitting at that support level where it was before. So I think, and a day or so after that, it ended up bouncing like $2 off the floor. So hopefully I can snatch that. I'm gonna do some options as soon as they give me my availability back in my IRA account. I'm gonna do some options on it. Yeah, it looks like my option power's on hold, so I might have to do it with my main account in order to capture that. But I wanted to do it in the IRA and correlate that, and then move like I think I made like 380 off of F-Cell option calls. I'm gonna move that into my new IRA account and hold my F-Cells there. That's just what I'm going to do from now on. Anything that I've been winning on all year. I think my biggest one was, let's see, not the account summary. The trade history, profit and loss. Yeah, there's. Let's look at it. So my biggest winners is the wrong account. All accounts. That's weird. It's not showing it now. Oh, profit year to date. That's what I'm looking at the wrong thing. Anyways, my biggest winners have been the SPY, IWM, F-Cell, Space, or SPC, TL-Ray, and RMO. So I'm going to be holding those in my IRA for long-term holds. And doing continued option plays on them. I also saw, let me see, let me shut some of this. I'll need to restart this PC. I don't even want to use it until it works right. Need my stuff performing. Restart. So everyone looking at calls this morning. I don't know, man. I'm really kind of. I want to see how the market opens. I want to see the reaction of the market open. We're seeing some pullback since 7:30 this morning. That was about 30 minutes ago. This could bend down a little bit on the open and then jump right back up. So if I do anything, I'm thinking about XPXU calls, or today if it climbs enough. XPXU. Ultra Pro short S&P 500. SPY bearish. Got you. What's the price ranges on it? Looks like DXY just kind of broke down a little bit. Looks like I don't know. You know me, I like long spreads. And if we don't have a long spread, then that means I have to put more money up to buy more contracts in order to capture what I would off a longer spread move. Um, so that's why I played specifically the Q, specifically the SPY, specifically the IWMs, because they have those spreads already incorporated. I can buy one contract each direction, each swing. Like yesterday, I think we identified like $400 we could have made with single contracts in each direction. And I love that type of volatility because it's real easy to. I mean, that would have cost about $1,200 to $1,600, which is my daily expectation of spending every day. So, but me, I'm doing a ladder attack strategy on these things so I can hop in and hop out real quick and move on with my day. Although I hate not being able to be in the markets all day. I know it's not, you shouldn't have to be, you shouldn't trade every day. Today could be one of those days where I might sit the sidelines because I don't like what I'm looking at. But I got some more money to make, so looking forward to it. For the most part, we are trading on top of EMAs on the 5. Let me look on the 30. Our longer time frames on the SPY. Another thing is I feel like we're gonna have strong resistance around the 396 levels on the SPY itself. And then we reject. If we have a rejection right there, like it's gonna be a hard rejection because the momentum it currently has should send it above it. So if it gets rejected, I think it's gonna really come down. So I'm gonna kind of wait going into this morning. Losing some slight momentum on the 5-minute. For the most part, we've been overbought, excuse me, on the 1-minute. We've already done a pre-market double dip on the 1-minute. But even though it's losing momentum on the lower indicators, it's still riding above the EMA on the 1-minute too. I want to identify that. So it's basically in a gray area of identifying what it could and couldn't do. So that's why I'm kind of riding the sidelines going into the day, just a little bit. That's all I know. What was I about to do? Longer time frames. I want to see longer time frames. Daily. Let's do 4-hour here. Let's do the 1-hour here. And then the 30 here. Nope. That's supposed to be 1 hour, buddy. If you haven't already on YouTube live stream, I see we still have like 5 people on there. I appreciate you for joining us this morning. If you would, please like and share on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you feel comfortable doing so, just to get it out. I do expect to start doing more tutorials. I've been talking and getting a lot of feedback from the core group that we've been running with, and they're suggesting that I do a full breakdown of option videos. And I think I'll do that, break it down in pieces and segments, and then bring people in that are interested into the small account monthly challenges where we actually exercise those what I'm laying out in those videos. Because I think there's a correlation or there's a missing key in watching a video and somebody explaining something to you versus putting it into action and actually practicing that. And that's why I went ahead and started with the small account challenge, because now if I drop the videos, you'll already have a bunch of knowledge, but it'll kind of lock in what you're doing. And I'm actually working with one of the members on putting together those evergreen type videos that will forever be useful for anyone that's looking into it. So definitely interested into it. It's more so finding time to do it. I might do it on the weekends or something like that. Just do small segments. Let's see. Longer time frame though. On the SPY, we are showing some strong signals on the 30-minute. So I think, yeah, we're going green for the most part. But like I said, I'm going to be watching these lower time frames for sure. And if we're just going to break through the glass, basically. Let's see, 1 hour showing a bend up though. I think that's going to weigh on the lower time frames and give it some support, pressure to the upside, that is. But like I said, we have some key levels that we're going to run into that will cause us some issues, and that's the 396 areas. It's always been an issue. Anytime we broke above the 396s, though, we've ran to those all-time high levels, 397s, 398s, and so on and so forth. So I think that's something we'll need to be patient about watching with the SPY specifically. But I have more faith in the IWM running more than anything else. If it is going to tap 219 this morning, and for the most part it's since retraced. But I think 219, 220s has been the same thing that I look at with the SPY around 395, 396 too. Is that we'll find some issues there. But one thing that's standing out to me on the daily is that we are currently seeing potential for a head and shoulders. There is a lot more downside than there is to the upside on it currently. And that head and shoulders being right here, left shoulder, head, potential left shoulder, and then down. Somebody shared a video in the Facebook chat yesterday. Good morning, J-Dub. How you doing, man? Thank you for joining us. Somebody showed a video yesterday of this guy who predicted the Japanese economy falling in like 98, 97, or 88, 87, 88 or something like that. And then the 2000.com bust and stuff like that. And he's saying that by June that everything's going to come crumbling down. Talking about like 70% on the stock market. Like, that's extreme. I'm looking for 10%, you know what I mean? And we can ride that wave all the way down, and that's going to be nice. That's $30 if you look at the SPY. It's $39 to be exactly. And you multiply that by 50 on in the money put. That's what, $2,000 off one contract. And so we're actually, what we've been doing is preparing ourselves to do the right thing when it happens, and already potentially be positioned by the time it happens, is what I'm really leaning towards with what we're doing with the small account challenge. Like, one day we could buy puts and then the entire thing just continue on a downspin. So that's also why I don't want to do shorter time expirations, because if we hold 7 days, we have a week for it to play out. If we hold 14, we have even longer. And if we start that, I don't think it's going to be a sudden just boom, like it was in March, for example, which still took a few days before it actually started at the end of February when it started the downtrend. And it took about 16 days for it to play out. So if we have that 14-day spread on the expiration, that'll give us some time. And if anything, like if we hit our 7-day mark, just buy another one, another put option or something in the money and just write it down, of course. But buying those monthlies, buying a month out on the SPY is going to be very expensive. So at least doing the 14 days will give us that cushion. For now, I don't expect that to come just yet, but we can at least do 7-day expirations if we are going to do any puts moving forward, or 14-day calls. If we're expecting to do calls. Now, the only thing I'm more confident in putting calls on, I'm confident on putting calls on the QQQ, or the IWM versus QQQ, because of the tech rotation that's still currently kind of happening. And I'm not even interested in doing calls on the SPY, although I can snatch $100 per contract off a $2 jump. Cool. But with the IWM, we have a lot of headspace, about $20. QQQ has about $32. If only the entire sector could pick back up, the entire index came back up, and showed continued strength, which a lot of consumer discretionaries, like I said earlier, are actually performing. That's actually the top sector performing out of the 10 this morning. So we should see that upward pressure on the QQQ, and maybe it breaks this downtrend today, and we get that confirmation, for one, that it is going to. And we ride that back to 330. And so if we were to buy a 7-day option on it, we could ride it for a day or two. Of course, it is Wednesday, and Thursday is the last day of this week. We would have to potentially eat some theta if we wanted to hold that over the weekend, which is the 3-day weekend, not including if we bought it today. And then it went Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 5 days. On the theta on that is like probably around 20 something dollars. So you're looking at losing $100 right there, and then that multiplies by the amount of contracts we hold. But I'd rather just let it. If it's gonna gap up next week, let it, and then just write it down. Um, Looking at the IWM makes me want to look at the Qs on the daily too, because I'm starting to wonder if we were working on a potential head and shoulders here, and it bounced up, and it never completed the right shoulder before it broke down, and it just killed the trend, or the adverse, or the inverse, inverted way of building a right shoulder, or left shoulder, I guess you want to call it, then a potential head, then another shoulder, and pushing back up from there. Now that's where it would break back up to the 340s and retest its all-time highs and things of that nature. But it's going to take time to do. We're looking into potentially mid-May, June before we see that type of confirmation that it's actually going to do that. And with it being in this downtrend channel, it's not impossible for that to happen. Now, if that does occur, we would have to come back to the 308s, which we have hit, or not 308s, the 180 almost, right around that area, between the 296 to probably 304s, which I think is the support level for the QQQ. So I don't know. It's definitely something to watch moving forward. Either way, you guys know we're going to be waiting and watching, making money on the way up or down, regardless of what it does. If we're going green, I'm going IWM. If we're going red, I'm looking at the Q, because it is currently the highest index in today's performance, sitting at about, it was at, I want to say, 1% this morning. But I think it will have the most pressure to the downside for the most part. And we're still currently in a -1. So, what time is it? 8:17. We have about 13 minutes before market opens. I have my TOS ready. Let's look at some of our puts. Oh yeah, PLTR hit my scanner today, so potential calls on it. FYI for those that are here and listening. It looks like the only options we have that are worthwhile. I'm not doing any April 1s because I think the actual theta burn intraday will kill this one. Although they are stupid cheap. I wouldn't be looking at holding anything overnight, so I wouldn't be against it. We just went positive green on our overall score, so might see some pressure to the upside going into open. I wouldn't be against it. We would make $60 up for in the money calls at 315 on the Q. But like I said, if I'm doing calls, I'm looking at IWM, so let's look at it. It has some April 1s, and they're about the same price, $2. We'll make $50 on the move up, but there's more delta on puts at 220 that we'll make $55 on, and then it'll jump up to $61 every dollar after that. So definitely something to watch for. Potential calls on it or puts on IWM is where I feel comfortable. More so puts though, because I want to be in solidarity with those of you that have currently puts on them. But I'm just not seeing that right now. Biden presents infrastructure plan today. All right, the market's coming down. Thank you for letting me know that, Bear. 100%. Scalping or day trading options in your strategy at all? Yes, that's what we do for the most part, Leon. That's what the small account challenge is. It's intraday swings in the markets and capitalizing on that. More to the downside when the markets are coming down in order to basically hedge your accounts that you're holding long term. And the reason we started this, I know some people are new, and for you guys that have been here, the reason we started this is because I started seeing a lot of people talking about how they were continuously losing money every day and it wasn't recovering even though the markets were. And so I wanted to show people how to utilize the markets in order to still make profits against the losses that you're taking, which are long-term investments, by doing puts or even calls on the markets. And then identifying the separation between the three indexes and how they each move separately sometimes in the same direction, but just the spreads on them are different. Lower spreads means lower risk and lower returns. Higher spreads means higher risk, higher reward. Um, and right now, the Nasdaq and the Russell 2000 hold the highest spreads, so they're a lot more profitable. Um, Although the Nasdaq is like, I mean, the SPY is like a $2 to $3 move. You can make about $150 per contract in the money either direction. And what we're also doing is at one point in the morning we may go up with the calls, and then we'll split it with some puts once we peak out and we identify that peak and momentum loss and ride it down. And then most of the time you'll see it go up from about 10 to 11 o'clock, come down till about 2 o'clock, and then you'll see that spurt around 2:30 to 3, closing out the day where it shoots off above its resistance levels even midday, and then the actual reverse as well. What's Jen sharing? IWM 21902. Oh, Gat Phil. Thank you. So it's a 221. And that goes all the way back to, what's the date on that? March 20, looks like March 26th pre-market. Oh, that was over the weekend. So on the 26th, we closed high about 221. We gapped down to about it looks like 218 levels. But we filled that gap though, right? That same day. If you can let me know what you think about that, Jen. I see you're in the Jen chat. Jen in the Jen chat. Anyways. So we're about 9 minutes out, 8 minutes out now. Man, sometimes I just look forward to waking up in the morning and getting to the markets. What Jen is talking about, tried to, and then it fell off to the cliff, yeah. So what Jen is talking about on the IWM is this right here. I'll show you guys. What time frame were you looking at that on? 30. So on the 26th right there. Let's zoom in. What he's talking about is this gap right here. This we were sitting at 220.99 or something like that, and we bounced down all the way down to the 219 and bounce back up a little bit. But what I was identifying to him is that we tried to fill the gap, but what he's talking about is the fact that it basically rejected, lost momentum, and broke down, and basically did a falling knife until it hit these 213 levels at the bottom. So what I wanted to do was, I haven't done my thorough key levels on these markets as I should have been doing for the past few days, and they pretty much stand out, pretty apparent for the most part. So back here seems like has been key levels of support around 208. We've peaked out right here a few times, so that's 229, pretty high. And then our top line would be here, and then within that time frame, we've had this 217 play some type of support, unless we broke down. And anytime we broke this level of support is when we saw these deep troves down, basically. So right now, what we're looking at on the trend line for it, somewhere near this right here, and then we're coming into that compression zone. We're at the bottom of the compression zone, so that actually puts it up to potentially 226 areas, which actually played support before. So I'm going to identify that right around the 225.22s if we do break 220 today, 221s. Let me do this. Let me turn this red and then red. So I'll turn this one orange, actually. And then this one green. And then we'll have our support. So, you know, I hate to say it, but looks like we're bouncing to the upside based off of that compression zone that we're in. But we need some strong momentum. We had a lot of buying come in yesterday afternoon. And I wish you guys didn't do puts on these. Now that I look at it, um, simple fact that we're trading above the EMAs on the 1 hour and working on potential compression from that downward pull from pre-market going into what was that, Tuesday. So we got Leon, J-Dub, Justin, Jeff, Miss Krista, and Muggs Parker. How are you doing, Muggs? I'm not sure.
Good morning, everyone.
What's up, J-Dub? How you doing, bro?
Same
How, how, how are those positions looking for you that you bought into yesterday?
Oh, they all went green.
Yeah, cool.
I bought GHVI and Canoe.
You want to look at them real quick before the
Yeah,
market
good.
opens? We're about to open here in a minute, so I like where you bought it, for sure. Nice price point to catch it in. It's
Yeah,
fresh on them. It looks like it's kind of fresh on the market there a little bit.
Yeah,
February. Hey, baby.
that's the only thing about it. Yeah, there's no history on it.
The rock station here.
Yeah? Did you win?
Well, they did the word of the day.
Uh-huh.
It was Pride. Entered it in. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, so like they announce it on there and you gotta go in and
They'll
submit
send
it
you an
first?
email.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you win? Like $28,000 or something?
$1,000.
Oh snap! You really win some money. I was just playing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like,
Go snatch that.
easy.
Winner. So winner, full of winners over here. Watch out. Watch the 1409s first. If you break above the 1409 and let that thing ride. How's it going? I'm in attendance. Just very loud where I work at. Oh, no problem, man. I just wanted to say hello. Let you know that you're not being looked over. But yeah, so 1409 was support, and it's had since played resistance. So if you're able to break above it, then I think you'll be able to sit comfortably. You know what I mean? Great
Yeah.
buy zone that you got it in. What was your price average on it?
Let me check real quick.
All right. While you do that, I'm going to be looking for the next levels beyond that. But if you bought it at these 13s, you're looking at a $4 spread, so it's roughly about 33%, 30 to 35% you can gain off of it. But if it jumps up to about $20, it's about 8 over 12 is near 60%, 60 to 66. So
Yeah,
nice.
I bought it at 1307.
1307. It makes it even better the lower you get, for sure. Of course, but your percentages are higher. Is what I'm pointing out. And then you said Canoe.
Yeah, Canoe I got at 925.
Gotcha.
I'm hoping that jumps up to like 18. Would be nice.
Is it CANOO, or how? What's the?
The ticker symbol is GOEV. Go EV.
I got you. I've looked at this ticker symbol before. What did they do?
They make EV cars.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a truck that they have, but they're
Uh-huh.
mostly making it for like workers. So it'll come like with
Spac,
some
yes.
compartments.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think. I think I did some DD on this a little bit, not as much as I'd feel comfortable with. Just make sure you don't drop below. Would you buy that? 927?
925.
All right, just watch that 921. You'll be all right. But looks like you're gonna run into the $12 price range, which is about another 33% gain. Like we're finding some good margins there. I like them.
Yeah, hopefully this shit blows up to at least 18. It would be nice.
Yeah.
Then I'm out of there. If it goes if it hits like 16 to 18, I'm gonna see how it acts at 16. But if it hits 18, I'm out of it.
It looks like a previous support level that might give you some issues is the 1497. 1628 is a resistance level, and then we're looking at potentially where it opened around 18.13. So yeah, you got the right price targets on it for sure. Good job, man. I'm gonna start letting you do my swing trades. That way I can focus on the options. How'd you find these?
Me, Kevin.
Ah, okay. I thought you found these.
Nah, I was
Alright.
already in those plays. My
Okay.
girl's in canoe as well.
I got you. Well, that makes a difference. I don't want to be alerting on somebody else's alerts.
Yeah, I know.
I'll
I
let
feel
you
you.
have that. What's the buy? Ding ding. What's the buy? I'm looking. Jen. We're not rushing anymore, remember? That's how we get caught in a pinch. Let's see. Where are we at? We got longer time frames here. I guess this thing restarted, or what? It just froze up restarting? Jeez. Help me. Help me. Anyways, restart it again. So, let me pull up the top line. What are we doing on the DXY? We pulling back. Looks like the SPY is breaking up. Q came down. IWM picked up. So, IWM is currently overbought. More interested in a put on it as soon as it comes out of overbought status. We're overbought on the 10 minute, so it's going to dip, right? So we're going to come down a little bit. Let it come down. We could probably ride one contract up back to that double RSI. Let me pull it up here so you can see what I'm looking at. Where's my oversold status? It's already weighted a little bit more by pushing my settings up to the 75 level. That's how you really know it's about to come down. So we can do one of two things here. We can snatch a put on it. We're at an overall score of 1 right now. I need to track the markets on the open real quick. Okay. Also, the harder it goes overbought, defines how long it's going to take to come down and before it swings again. But the harder it goes on the initial one, the harder it comes down too. So, something to keep in mind. Potential catch the drop real quick and hop out. Looking at resistance around 2262, if anything. Let's see, 5 minute showing us. Continue to push to the upside. I mean, you could snatch $1 off this on a call real quick. If we even make it to that. Let's look at the 1 minute. See if we're starting to crest on the 15 seconds or if we're still pushing. Yeah, it looks like we're still pushing a little bit. 1 minute should have opened up oversold. Yep. So expect that to start coming down here in a minute. We're actually about to hit our 75 mark right here. That's why I have it there, because that's most likely where it bends. I mean, I could go in here and do some more fine tuning and do my own horizontal indicators. But there we go, we dropped a little bit. I'll let it run for a minute though. And as far as my calls or puts, I'm looking at, I mean, I guess we could play intraday swing on a 1 day expiration, but the intrinsic value goes away so freaking quick. Like, you could end up in a terrible situation. Like, the stock price could be going down and it's still not making you any money on the contract. So I'd much prefer to do April 9th contracts, that is. If we're going to do anything. They're going to be more expensive, about 43. But I know that Jeff and Jen are up for the gamble, so. Yes, broke 1 hour resistance. Is that what you're streaming over here? Let me see what you're looking at.
What are you talking about? I just heard my name.
I said your name.
I'm looking at RMO. I'm looking at how much I'm getting clapped right now.
Is it still going down?
887.
Okay, so it's coming up for me. All right, that works. Let's get.
I
Dow
mean, I bought
Jones.
in yesterday too at 893, and I'm down. It says PL open down 180, PL day down 45.
Oh, my PL open is down $6. That's weird. Anyways,
The April 16th option is down $87.
I'm about to. Let me see. Where are
Have
we
you
at?
also looked at the Dow Jones? Because Dow Jones pushing to all-time highs as well.
What's it sitting at? I'm watching this current trade right now. So
It's at 331
331.
and change.
So 33,000.
3130. Huh?
So 33,000.
Now 331. The Dow Jones Industrial Average ETF.
Ah, okay.
The
So yeah,
ticker
that
symbol
puts
DIA.
DIA. So that puts the Dow right about 33,000 or so, a little bit higher. The actual future will be higher than the ETF itself most of the time. Most of the time, don't hold me hostage on that statement. Dow Jones.
IWM is ripping.
Yeah, I know. 260 though.
Holy,
260 or
I'm
22
down. I'm down
220.62.
116 on that put.
Yeah. 220.62 resistance. What you could consider here is buying that same option and capturing that 150 on the way down, and then if it comes down lower than where you started, you'll make profits that way too. But I'm looking how it reacts to that level. That's why I haven't bought
What's
any
that?
calls on it.
220.
220.62.
Oh, 220.62. We're coming up on it.
Yeah, right. And it's played resistance for the most part of a week, 2 weeks, maybe, or a few days. I'm sorry. I have to hop on get my other PC running too. Dun, 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 dun. Come on down. Here he goes. See what happens. I need more coffee. I need more coffee. Alright. 220.61.
I just bought my put. Oh, and I don't have any day trades.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
well. If we blow up this account, it's no biggie. Just another account.
Yeah. Oh, no. You know what, though? You probably should have waited.
That's all right.
And I say that because we're
I'm
going to
even
do
right
a...
now.
Well, you know what? I'm going to hop in here with you just out of solidarity with my squad. I just bought one April 9th, 221 put for 450. Oh,
I
50.
paid 407 for the 220.49 expiration.
So we should be rounding off on the 1 minute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play this in the dip on the RSI. So as soon as it bends on the bottom, I'm going to probably try to hop out of there and capture those gains and then buy another one at the top again.
Yeah, this is in my Robinhood account, so I don't have any day trades.
You need to get out of that Robinhood account. Just open another TDA if you really want to do anything.
Well, if I can get it over 2,000, then I can just transfer the whole account.
You
So I
have to
don't have
get
a
the account
withdrawal
over 2,000
for
to do it?
taxes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's got to be over $2,000 to do. So.
Blech. Where's it at now?
Well, it was at 11. Now it's at 979 because I'm getting clapped on that IWM put
Yeah.
down 128.
Here it comes. Look at that. Look at that thing just drop there, boy.
I mean, if I have to, I can always take my gains today, lock the account for 90 days, and trade the hell out of it today.
That is true. Then get it up to 2,000 and transfer it.
No, I'll just withdraw the entire account then.
Oh, I got you.
I'm trying not to have any withdrawals on there for tax purposes.
Yeah, I got you. Same here.
But if I can get out of this and make my money back, then I can do that.
Where are we at? What are we looking like? +1 now. For the most part, we've picked up a little bit. It's currently at 8:41, so we're 10 minutes off the last track, give or take. Looking at a bounce there. Yeah, I'm not over trading today, by the way.
We'll see about that.
I'm good right now. I'm just running one put option with you and Reg.
Yeah, doesn't he still? What option did he go with? I know he's an IWM put, but which one in date?
That is a good question.
I think he's on a 218, but I think he's on a 4-1.
Yeah. What's your expiration?
4-9.
Oh, okay. So you bought further out. Smart man. You know what? I might hold my put option, right? And then buy a call on the way back to leverage the loss that I take off the put, and then buy another put at the top when we come down. That way I can keep my money in play.
Yeah.
I like that idea there.
I don't care about this count. I'd like to just get rid of it.
Because you got to think about it too. I don't see a lot of people holding over a 3-day weekend.
No.
So tomorrow's going to be red.
Oh, yeah. Is tomorrow Thursday already?
Yes, man.
Thank God.
Oh, my God.
Thank God.
Well, I work 6 days a week. I don't ever track the days anymore.
This week, man. Fuck.
What's up, Reg? How you doing,
Hey.
bro? I didn't know you were in there with us. I see we still got some people on the live stream. Who we got over there? Thank y'all for sticking it out with us.
Reg, what do you got? You got a 4-1 contract?
Yeah, for tomorrow.
Ooh, how's that looking this morning?
I haven't looked at it. I haven't opened my what's the name yet?
I probably wouldn't either.
Yeah, not at this point. Slaughterhouse. Looks like it's on a bend on the 1 minute before it even comes down at all. What's that double RSI dip? Alright, so I'm going to prepare myself for potential ladder attack on this one. I buy more. See if we don't break down. Looks like it's doing the double RSI on the 1 minute though already. So this could come sooner than later actually. It did touch the RSI. Typically you see it above RSI. Just a little bit better than that.
I'll even break even on my Ford puts. I got 3 of those.
What's Ford looking like right now?
1242, dropping. It's down 3 cents. I have 3 1250 puts. Break even is 1213.
Yeah.
And I was down 3 from close yesterday, but I was down 9 this morning. I'm back to even.
Alright. Alright, guys. This is a key moment here, though. Because within that compression zone we've been trading in, we've been stuck underneath these levels for the most part of it. We're in the downswing side of it. RMO is such a disaster. Man, everybody's... Man, like, this happens with almost What was the percentage you said, Jeff? Um, 90% of
90%.
90% of companies fall after earnings. Um,
It doesn't really matter who it is.
right. Regardless. So yes, buying point. I bought it yesterday right after it dropped to 890. I bought it at 902 myself. Oh, options on RMO. Boom. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me that, happy dude. Welcome again for your second day, by the way. Thank you for joining us. Looking at the 7.5 options on RMO for May 21st right now. Might buy like two of them. Might buy me like two of them. Oh, I just spent $400. I was about to say, bruh, what you doing? I should buy like 5 of these. That's how confident I am in this month. If I buy 3, that'll be about 5 something. If it jumps back up
We're kind of bottomed out
$5.
on that.
What's that?
On a Vinci, we're bottomed out on that Vinci band too.
It's $70 a dollar. It goes up. So if I buy 5 of these, I'll make $3.50 for it jumping back to 9 something. Which means I could put $3.50. I'll break even on 500. That'd actually be 900 for 5 contracts. That's a lot. 3 would be 540. I think I'm gonna go with 3 of them. And if it jumps, that'll be 240 on a dollar up. So I would have to jump almost $2 for me to win off of it. May 21st, RMO calls 750 for 185. I'm buying 3 of them right now.
I just bought an RMO.
The winner. IWMs are currently still positive, even though it rebounded a little bit there. We're still seeing rejections on the 220.62s. I'm waiting for that double RSI dip on the 10-minute to kick in, but it looks like it already popped in on the 5-minute. Now, what I have to be careful in saying that is it actually coming out of RSI and then going
Your
back
shit's
into
printing.
it. Huh?
Oh, sorry. I left my mic on.
Yo, if you're still on the on the live stream, feel free to join us on the Discord. I'm gonna share our link for you in the chat. Also, I am conducting a small account challenge for April for anybody that wants to join us. If you're on the live stream, you're not aware of what that is. You take about $200-300, you dedicate it in your account or in a separate account, however you like to do it. But it's solely dedicated to the small account group challenge that we're having here at Millennial Investments, where we basically use options to build our buying power in a compounding method by using the markets and their swings. We're specifically using the markets right now because of the rotations that we're seeing, the pullbacks that we're seeing, and then the bounces back off of those pullbacks, of course. Catching the volatility, building up these accounts. Currently up 100%. We've only been doing this, what, 2 weeks? Or 3 weeks now? This is the 3rd week for you guys? Is that right?
Second for me, but yeah.
For the most part, about 2.5 weeks. So I have a Facebook event set up so I can keep track of who wants to join and come make some money with us. All I ask is that you register a free membership at Millennial Investment. Second thing is, what was the second thing, guys? Invite your friends that are investors to the event itself. And then you have to join the Discord so you can get all the information and join our voice call and get up-to-date, real-time updates on that. Printing on those IWMs right now, buddy, by the way, FYI. Just how long that'll happen. But yeah, I'll share the link to that in the chat as well for you to join if you're interested. Looks like we're breaking down here, Jeff. I don't know if I missed my second opportunity to buy a second one. Let me see. No, we haven't done a 5-minute double RSI dip yet, so still have the run to go. And 10-minute just came out of RSI 2, so here, get ready for that second income. You might take a little hit, and then we should bounce down from there. But it looks like that 220.62 is playing strong support for the most part. And the event link is in the chat. Small account challenge. Event info. Bow. About to break 220 already. Up $22. 5%. If I'm able to snatch 10% off of it, I'll deal with that and buy some more. I have about $2,300 to play with for the rest of the day after buying those RMO calls, sorry, which are currently up $750 already. Gotta get some more coffee in me, man. Been up since 5 working on it. I'm about to reshape the entire mobile version of the dashboard. It currently shows announcements that I make, the top picks, stock picks that is, and then our watch list, which I haven't been updating the watch list, so excuse me, don't be mad. But we've been actively trading together. So what I haven't been doing is I haven't been tracking these option trades. I need to, so I can have my track record and be like, here you go, here's my resume. So I'm about to do that now. And I can go back, of course, and fill in the information on the trades that we've made before and show all of our gains and losses. So I'm not really stressed out about that. These headphones, man. I think you're the only person that deals with issues from my headphones, Jeff. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have to wear them. Still my friend, though. Let's see, we did a weekly option. I bought the April 9th. What's my price target? I think this come back to 218. Current option price was 51. Currently up $24 on it. Winner 221. Track that thing. Ooh, breaking 220 like a champion. Go ahead. Alright, we should be looking at our double dip RSI kick in on the 5 here shortly. I don't know how hard it's going to go down though because of how hard it pushed up before it does it. But I'm expecting the EMAs to kick in on that thing. But yeah, I got to track my RMOs too. Search stock. Up $37 so far. 43 for the day. Let's look at our overall scorecard. We've hit a 3+. International equities, Euro stocks specifically, is down the worst in the international markets. Nikkei is doing a little bit better than that, and then the DAX is doing better than the rest. The VIX is down 2.75% today, but it has dropped 2.75%. If we start to see the VIX picking up, keep an eye on that. Let me look at the DXY and all of the markets together real quick. See where we're at in that regard. DXY has broke below 93.20 and is currently showing retracements, breaking below the 180 on the 10-minute finally. That might be our exit out of here, but let's see what we're doing on these markets. It looks like the QQQ just broke out a long-term trend. EMA's crossing over. So if the Q is doing that, then we can expect to see some strong runs on it moving forward. Might do a call on the Q if it stays above there. Not going to rush into it too quick. But QQQ has up to like 340 to gain off of. So Definitely something to snatch if it does it. Let's see what the IWM is doing. I might hop out of here, man. After seeing the DXY breakdown like that. But of course, we have to break 220.62 and find support above it before I just hop out. So I'm gonna have a little bit of patience in that regard. And then I'll activate calls for the rest of the day once we settle. Once the dust settles here. Man.
How's that RMO call looking for you?
RMO is going to be looking nice because the Q is picking up and the I'm pretty sure Tesla's following suit. Tesla is at 646 right now, up 1.71%. So I expect all the other ones. My RMO is up. Whoa. What's up? Oh, sorry. Wait, yeah. My options just dropped. What happened?
No.
I'm down $45 on them. I was just up 750. Did I miss something?
On RMO?
Yeah.
No, it's just going to keep getting shorted, I think.
You think so?
I think this thing will go back to $5. What do you want to bet? Want to bet $1?
Oh, man. I don't know.
Every time that a company has earnings and it gets shorted, it just keeps going and going and going.
I went on stock twits last night and they're trashing RMO pretty bad.
I don't like stock twits and I don't listen to stock twits either, but thank you for adding that into this after I bought my contracts, Jeff, by the way.
Well, don't worry, I'm right there with you. I bought mine too.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I should have known better.
I don't know. We're at a key support level at 843. Now, if we break below that too strong, then yeah, I'll hop out. But for now, and I bought 51 days out, so I have time to wait. Bought these all the way into May, actually.
I think I'm right there with you. I'm pulling it up. I got too many accounts. Yeah, May 21st.
Yep. Watching the queue right now to see what it's doing. Looks like we're about to hit that double RSI bounce on the 5-minute. Might send it a little bit higher, but it needs to break those candle wicks from before. Let me pull her up. We might tap that 75 line again. Or we might go back above it. I'm not sure. We're currently actually technically in the middle of that RSI dip. So if it breaks down this point, let me see on the 10-minute though. Yep. I mean, they were so heavy though. I have a 15-minute. Typically, you don't see RSI double dips on the 15. Like, the markets have to be on steroids for that. And I say that by looking at this time, this level here, 70. You notice we don't really do a double on the 15. And if we do, it's over the course of a few days. This might fall on its face, actually. Because it's being driven so hard. A lot of buying volume coming into it, though. I will give it that. Haven't tapped that level on the 30 yet. I don't think. Yeah, we're right at it. And then the 1 hour. It's pretty much at a... I'm going to watch that level there. Turn it red so I can... Or no, I'll turn this one red. Boom, ba dip, boom, ba dip, boom, 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 ba dip, boom, ba dip, boom. Yeah. Yep. Still down $45 on that sucker.
I go to look in my long-term account and see how down I am with the 200 shares of RMO that I got at 10. Looks like 1057. At 1059.
You got 2 shares of it?
No, my 200 shares.
Oh.
I have 200 shares of it for 1059.
I did not know you held those.
Yeah. I'm gonna go in and look right now.
I think we are coming out of RSI overbought double dip status on the 5 minute there. See, we got some people on the live stream. That's the only reason I still have it running. If you let me know who's here, it'd be great to know. Also, check the chat. There's links for our Discord for you to join us on our voice call that we hold every day, pretty much all day while we watch these trades that we trade together. And also the link to our next small account challenge for April. So if you're just now hopping in for the first time today. Man, IWM having some strong resistance around that. Alright. What I was trying to see was, are we coming out of RSI? We are. It did the double. Now the next thing to watch is this right here. Bloop. So I'll look for my exit once we hit like the 50s or 60s or so. What time is it? 9:01. Alright, cool. Where's my price points? 220.40. Let's see if we're rounding off on the 10 yet. Yep. Where are we at on the RSI for the 10? How am I going to play this? Because I think we might bounce off the 70 on the RSI and then rebound back to the 75 before this really goes down. I'm still positive. I'm up $14 on that put that I bought. At the same time, I need to see what the other markets are doing too. Q is at 319 right now, bro. SPY is at 396.37. I want to let them settle, and I think I'm adding puts on all of them.
It's hilarious where I would be if I'd have just held that terrible call on the queue from yesterday.
Your theta would have cleared your theta for today, because I think it was pretty heavy, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I got out of it. I think I was down $15 when I sold it, but it was at 314. So $4 up, I feel like it would have probably covered theta plus a little bit of money.
Hey, if you have money to buy puts on the SPY right now, I'd do it. It just finished its double dip on the 10 minute.
Meaning this is either as high as it's going to be.
Yeah.
And SPY's got April 7th too.
Well, the DXY is flattening. Let me see something before I say that. I'm not saying buy right now. Just be ready. But the DXY is flattening.
I'm only down 410 on those 200 RMO shares.
Jesus.
Not too bad.
No. It'd be aight. Long term. It's a long term hold, right?
Yeah.
And I think this was like one of their first earnings calls too, right?
It was their very first one.
Right. So like, that's back to my point about stock twits. Like, you didn't even have previous expectations laid out, did you? Like, to even base it off of. So like, if anything, this call, I think the price point that it's at right now set the new platform that it will continue to build off of at these $8 levels. Now, I'm not watching it right now. It could be tanking for all I know. I'm watching.
I was the only one that's really clapping me.
How?
Yeah.
It's not performing?
I've got, let me see. I think I have like 900 shares in it. It's 752. Yeah, 900 shares at 752, and it's at 587.
Gotcha. Tesla up to 650. Bitcoin back at 58.5. Oh man, the Q's about to go overbought on the 1 hour.
On the 1 hour? Jesus Christ.
Yes. IWM's not far from it. Resistance level that I'm paying attention to on the Q is 320.64, if it even makes it that far. The next level is 319.71. Let me make sure I'm correct on that. Yes. And we're breaking 319.
Like your spy call there.
What happened in my spy call?
You say you're to do a put?
Yeah, here in a second. Letting that thing go. It's doing a 10-minute double RSI dip right now. But the 1 hour is what was concerning me while I haven't jumped into it yet. Shit. Fucking dog's in the room with my daughter. Where we at? More interested in puts on, if I can catch any puts on the QQQ above 319, I'll do it. Oh yeah, I got my screen up over here now. I can use this computer now. Thank you.
Yeah, I might just get rid of that.
Rid of what?
That call.
What do you have a call on?
RMO.
You might get rid of it?
Yeah.
The one you just bought? Or no, you had this
Yeah.
since yesterday, huh?
No, I've got two of them. Two
Okay.
different accounts.
Or you think it's just going to continue to get slaughtered?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, I'm already down $13 just in the shares alone. 92 on the April 16th $10 call. I got that 7.5 in the money and I'm already down 12 on that. I'd rather not lose my money and try to find a bottom.
I'm not looking at it right now, but I feel like I need to be.
Yeah, I'm closing it. I'm not going to lose the money in it. Close.
This thing's heavily oversold, bro. And wrapping up on the 1 hour. 30-minute looks the same. 15 minutes about to break out. 10 minutes already in the process. Cooling off on the 5, but sitting on the support on the 843s. Sell volume's leaving. I'm holding on to it. Oh, QQQ above 319. I just missed the opportunity looking at RMO. That's why I wasn't looking at it to begin with. Damn it. Oh, QQQ put.
You missed the opportunity to do what? How are
Buy
you gonna get it?
a put above 319 because it's maxing out right here and it's about to come down here in a second. There it is. Bam. Yeah, I'm snatching it. $500. Boom. Give me that. It's about to fall flat on its face. I'm gonna ride it until about 316, see how it reacts around there. Let me look at the longer time frames though, because I might have just jumped the gun. No, I did
You heard
not.
from Sweeney?
What? Huh?
Oh, sorry. Hold on.
Spy's maxing out. Yep. Puts on the spy. In the
I
money.
grabbed one on the queue with you.
Cool. The spy actually has some shorter terms. April 5th, I can buy cheaper. I can buy 2 of these 397s. Where are we at on it? 390. Yeah, it's about to break down now. Go ahead and snatch them. Got those. I got about $1,300 left to play with, so I can catch this on the bottom. Overall score was
The
at a
IWM is
1.
probably gonna stay up, right?
We're at a 3 right now, so we bought these in a 3. Hasn't been above a 3 all morning. 912. Currently positive on my IWMs. I might buy some more of those IWMs though, because I think it was topping out 2. I think it topped out a little bit sooner than everybody else did though. So 2018. It's trending for the most part. I'm a little concerned on the IWM though. Reason being was the 1 hour on it. I think it was. No, it was a SPY 1 hour, but the QQQ 1 hour actually. That was my concern, but let's see. Oh wait, correction. The SPY 1 hour was my concern. The QQQ is looking like it's losing volume. So I was right the first time. And then we're maxing out on the IWM. I'm just making sure that before I buy a bunch of them that I'm not getting caught up here in a potential trap, because we are compressing here just a little bit. It is doing what you would call this thing could pop out on me. A lot of sell volume coming in on these lower time frames though. See what that looks like on the 1 minute. What is going on here? Alright. What is my account looking like? Only down $10, and that's because of RMO. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put that in my long term so that it doesn't affect today's trades. Where is it? Long term. Okay. So right now on my options, I am up $37 on all 3. IWM bouncing up just a little bit on the 1 minute. I want to ladder attack it if it does break out on me. But I think it's going to max out at 220.62. Every time it taps that level, I'm going to buy another one. Might buy one more and that's it. Oh, chill. Chill, chill. Which looks like I can buy it at like 450. That's even if it goes back, because the 5 minute looks weak. Might be too late. About the 220s for 420. Thought I had one more bounce in that thing though. This thing is not trying to load for nothing in the world. Alright, whatever. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what IWM's doing right here. It's pretty weird though. like we lost buying volume. It's dropped about 20, 30K. I think here in the next about 9:20, I'll know what I'm gonna do. Next 5 minutes or so. But for the most part, it looks like a breakdown on the 5-minute chart. 10-minute charts are on the
What are you,
same.
what are you in so far?
What am I in so
You
far?
got into that. You didn't get into the IWM put, right? Because that would have just been rough.
No, I did. I
What?
bought IWM put earlier for
Oh man,
450.
your
Yeah,
level of solidarity is
I
just
bought it
crazy.
at I bought the April 9th for 450. It's currently up $6 right now. I bought the QQQ April 9th 318s or 320s. I'm sorry. I bought the SPY 397s, and those are both up $36 together. Overall, I'm up about $28.50. The
I
only
think I
thing I'm
bought Q. What did I buy?
looks like my IWMs are coming up for a potential rebuy. That'll price down here in a second. Currently at
Okay.
4. I bought them at 450. They're currently sitting at 450 now. So I'll
I
try.
can't tell what I bought for some reason, but I bought a put from April 9th. Oh, here it is, 310. Yeah, for the Q, because I love the Q, and as always, it loves me.
Are you winning on it?
Yeah, I'm up right now. I got it at
Okay.
319. When
Above
you
319. When it was above
well,
319.
like 318.98, like
99.
when you said,
Yeah.
yeah, I
And I
just
think
grabbed
that's
it right there.
I think that's a sweet spot for sure.
Certainly hope so, man.
I'm just watching the
Too much.
IWM right now because it's looking weak on the 5-minute and the 10 minutes kicking in. The 15 showing the same round off. So I could buy. I'm gonna go ahead and snatch another one before it gets too expensive. I paid an extra $5 than I did earlier. Left me with about $888 to play with today.
Mm.
So if I expect the Q to come down, I expect Tesla to come down with it. Which just means I'm gonna get ate up a little bit on my RMO a little more. But like I said, I have so much time behind that I can wait forever. Unless it just dies. I do have a stress level. I will say that. Um, Tesla is currently in an overbought status on the uh, longer time frames. That's the 30, 1 hour, and 4 and daily. I'm gonna look at it on the smaller time frames now.
Better watch the DNX and the DXY because DXY is coming down. And
I am watching it. Oh
that
shh!
TNX is coming on the 5-minute chart. Is coming up to the 180.
Just got rid of my volume weighted MACD there. I think it's just taking a cool off period from yesterday, to be honest. Just running stupid mad yesterday. Like a madman.
Wow, DXY really dropped.
Yeah, it did. Like 30 cents.
Mm-hmm.
How's the VIX?
Let me look. Oh, I have the VIX right here. The VIX is the VIX has pulled down 2.85% since 8:30. It's coming up on 9:30. It's currently down -3% today. And we can look at it together and see where it's sitting at as far as a price point. Sitting at 19, which is the bottom for it. Most recent bottom, that is. I'm highly considering a put on Tesla right now.
You gonna go against the grain with that, huh?
Oh,
What,
no, I'm not. These price points, boy.
What do you think about Microsoft?
Microsoft?
Mm. Oh, the
Puts on
Q looks like
Microsoft?
it's feeling itself again.
What is the Q doing?
MSFT?
Oh,
Microsoft.
yeah. I'm sorry. I was looking at the queue on my side here.
I
'Cause I'm
want to see
watching
if it
it.
was heavily overbought. It's pushing hard.
Looks like that it is, my friend. Stupid overbought. You looking at puts on it?
If anything, the QQQs. I remember last time when this went down, and if Tesla goes down, like how you saying, it's gonna just pull the QQQ down.
Yeah, that's kind of why I went with the Q, even though it hates me. Because my thought was that Tesla's up like what 50 points in a couple days. If it just starts to pull, I feel like it's gonna yank it right back down with it.
And we could have made
But
some money with that Disca. Remember, I was looking at Disca to shorten it from 75. In a week, it dropped down like $35.
Nice.
yeah,
And that would have been a
I'm about to
good
start
hit.
writing down your fucking calls, yeah.
Dude's been on point. I
You
say
be
that.
out here, yeah. Like
He
you could
he
call
be on
like the
point.
whole last week, and like
Yeah. I say that
yeah,
all the time.
about to have a little tab called J Dub's Picks over here.
J Dub's picks, bro.
Start doing some stuff with
You heard what I
that.
said to him earlier. I was like, shit, man, it sounds like I need to let you do my swing trades.
Yeah, for the stocks for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Shit
why
for
I
the
be not
options too.
sleeping. Honestly, I spend 9 hours just fucking researching. Then by the time 9 o'clock hit, I'm going to sleep like 7 in the morning. So I just
Yeah.
been missing
I
the
gotta
opening
sleep
with you
too.
guys.
I get up like 5 a.m. Go to the gym every day.
I woke up at like
I didn't go to sleep. I
4:30
would
this
die.
morning.
I would literally die.
I'm trying to see if these puts are gonna come down to these if I can get it down to 444, I can buy two of them on Q. It don't look like it's gonna let me
At least I
buy it.
got April 9th. So we got plenty of time here. Cause that's really what's fucking me up is the April 1st, John. Because it's so short.
880. Oh, I'd have to buy it for 443 right now. I could buy those 319 stuff. No, those just popped up on me. Oh, that's what I was looking at buying was the 319s on the Q.
Oh, sorry. God damn it. I keep leaving my mic on.
Huh? Who? What? When? Where?
You ain't gonna be alive for long.
So I just bought. I put in a order for a Q on how many IWMs do I have? I have two. I have one Q, two IWMs, two spy puts. That thing burning me, boy. Tell him chill out. Tell him I said it. Alright, broke about 220.62. And down it comes. Okay, so I'm cool. I ain't stressing. You know what? I might have to buy these. Oh wow.
Because the QQQs was coming out of a wedge. So
Oh, really?
I feel like today was like a big day. Like it
Hey
could
guys.
either indicate going bullish or bearish.
Hey
We
guys.
might just be flying up.
Hey, just remember that we're on the live stream still. Cancel and place order. Rejected my order? What? Alright. I'm currently just down $5 right now. That's because of my IWMs. 650. Down $30 on my RMOs. I'm glad I held them because they're about to round off like I thought. Winner. Need two of those. So if I buy two of them, Maybe 442 is what I'd have to pay for them. I just don't see the Q bouncing too much harder than it is right now. But if it fills my order right now, I'll take them. I'm buying two 319s for 442 is what I have. It won't even let me buy it for that, so I have to buy them for 441. That's what it is. Or I could buy the 318s for 420 right now, but I'd rather be closer to in the money. It's possible, but I just don't see it happening. All right, so it looks like I'm gonna go after the 318s. I'm gonna buy two of those things. I'll make $46 for every dollar it drops. And
About that Ford
what's Ford doing?
down 12 cents to 12.33.
And you bought 1250 puts?
Yep. I'm up 18 on it.
$18?
Yeah.
I thought you were about to say 1800. I was about to say, send me a few bucks, bro. Let me get a
Give me
dollar.
$1.
Let me get a dollar. Anytime you win, I want a dollar.
Can you look at the QQQs and see like if that was true, like on the wedge?
Oh, it broke out of the wedge. Yeah, we can look at it though.
But if it breaks out of the wedge, it could just like test resistance, come back down to support, and then shoot back up, right?
Right. So that's why I'm playing that $3 drop on it, because it's heavily overbought. It's still overbought, even though it's coming down right now. And that's on the 5 and 10 minute. And the fact that it didn't dip down, like come down out of RSI, overbought status, and then rebound up, like, I don't know. Now, if it comes down and breaks that support at 316, then we're going to 314, and I now have 4 contracts on the 2. I have 3 contracts on the Q. So I make $150 for every dollar it drops. And if it drops to 314 or 316, that's 450 right there alone. If it drops to 316, that's another 300, $750 just off the Qs. And then IWM, I have 2 contracts. I'm positive on everything. I just went green for the day. I'm up $64 on my contract so far. We can look at the daily trade log, and we're down to a 1 now, and we're at 930, so I'm going to go ahead and track it. We're doing better than we were yesterday, but of course, I mean, that's very apparent. But I don't know. I think these things are just blown out of proportion to some extent. I'm watching the DXY though and seeing if it's finding its support where it needs to justify what I'm looking for. And for the most part, it is. It's staying above or around $93.09 for the U.S. dollar, bouncing off of. Oh no, that's so that's on the 1 minute. Let's look on the 5. Broke support.
Sorry, I was supposed to be rolling something for you.
It did
How's the
break.
10-year
I
bond?
forgot I was supposed to be rolling something for you.
The TNX is down to 172 right now. It's almost flat for the most part, though, for the day.
Working and
That's your TNX right there. 10-year. This is the shorter time frames. It's rounding off on the 1 minute and the 10. It's in a very strong. You see this EMA compression? It's most likely going to bounce to the upside. Just so sometimes you'll see this EMA compression right here, and the lower indicators will be adverse, and then you would expect it to come down because it's already high. But since it's already low, I expect it to pick up. That's where I'm looking at that. And then the DXY just broke 93.09, so that might bite me in the butt a little bit.
Yeah, I gotta buy a computer so I can see this better. I feel like that's
Oh
what I need.
yes, of course.
I can understand it.
Oh yes, of course it is. That's why I
just
built
been
the
like
website
stuck.
out. I built the website out based on the PC because you could access more things at one time. But then I noticed nobody was ever really, like 20% of our people, our members were actually using the mobile version. I'm sorry.
Yeah, a piece of me wants to. I wanted to wait till September. I really want the M1 chip, but Apple is performing real good. I just feel like I just buy it now, and then September I buy the Mac Pro. I'll just get the Mac Air. If anything, I'll give that to my girl.
I do need to get another. I don't need to. I need to get an iPad. I was about to say I would like another MacBook, but I'll take an iPad. That way I can control everything no matter where I'm at. Especially with what I'm about to be doing. I need to be on the move. Or be able to be on the move and still do what I'm doing. In the mornings.
Hell yeah. The M1 chips is outperforming every computer right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy how the cheap Mac Pro is better than last year's expensive Mac Pro.
How much are they charging for the new Mac Pro? Like 1,000?
Like 1300, 1300.
13. And that's cheap.
And the battery life is fucking crazy though.
We're on
Like
the live stream still.
you, oh, sorry about that.
You're fine.
It's like about like 8 hours of battery life for
Really?
sure without charging.
Really?
Yeah, so everybody's been talking heavily about it.
I like Mac. As far as in regards to work and stuff like that. For sure.
It's just that they black market everything. That's the only thing I hate. You gotta get a repair. You're gonna have to get it on Apple.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but I buy the what is it, the Apple Care? For all my I pay one thing um for all of my devices, and so anytime I have issues I just take it in and they fix it. It's like $99 a year. So
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. See, I'm kind of want to see. I feel like the QQQs might go a little bit higher before I buy a put. Kind of want to see above 319.
I just hit 319. I'm looking at resistance at 319.71 is where I was looking at
Yeah,
resistance. Um,
yeah,
that's based off of previous price levels. But I don't know. I think we just kind of maxed out here too quick. Um, regardless of what the DXY is doing, to some degree.
yeah. Because I was watching something last night. Like it could shoot up to like 319, 319 and a half to 320, and then just bounce down.
See,
And then
we just went negative red with the Dow going red before the rest. And why I went more on Qs and the Russell or the IWM, it's because the Nasdaq performed better in this move, so it's going to come down harder. And the international markets being red too is pretty much kind of foretelling in the direction we could go. The VIX is still pushing down just a little bit, but um, not much at all. I mean, it hadn't went down that much either, though. So, what I need to do is bring the DXY in here and the US 10-year. I haven't done that yet. I'll be right back, guys.
Has anybody looked into DEO, Diageo, something like that? I've been wanting to get in that play. It's like they handle all alcohol. It's like a main distributor for like Grey Goose and all that stuff, Bacardi. But I think it's in Europe. And even during the pandemic, everybody still want to drink alcohol. That never slows down.
Alrighty. What do we got here? What do we got here? What do we got here? Oh, DX.
QQQ broke above 319.
Yeah, it's sitting at 319.30s last I looked. 319.23s right now. I'm not watching the IWM though. Need to be. The DXY is trying to break back up now. So we should see that pressure coming in. I think I am up for the day right now. Yeah, with the exception of those RMO calls. Those RMO calls, Jeff, are only -15 now. DXY is doing his thing. I needed to. Yesterday. Oh.
Yeah, I'm sure I'd been positive on it, but I was just tired of looking at it.
It's back up to 856 now. A lot of buying volume coming in on it, but it could have been down a little bit more on the 1 minute. Like I said, I'm holding these for a while.
I mean,
I got time.
Hopefully I'll make my money back on the other option. It's not going to get that high, but if I can get most of it back.
I just went positive for the day. IWM's trying to bend up on me though. It broke down out of the wedge. Just retapping that top level though. Oh, that thing's trying to run.
I think it's a good indicator that it might be a bullish market.
I think it's temporary, man. We just went to +3.
QQQ is 319.62 right now.
Yeah, I'm watching it on the side here. I want to see how it hits that resistance level before I freak out. If it breaks resistance, then I'm going to probably hop out of everything and just take what I got. Actually, resistance on it is 320.88.
SPY's ripping too.
Yeah, everything is. I want to see if we have resistant level rejections though that tear it all down. DXY is picking back up though. We're back to 93.10 cents right now. Just popped above 11 cents. Breaking through the EMAs on the 1 minute and wrapping up on the 5 to retest that bottom EMA. That's what I'm watching. There's a 5 minute bottom EMA. Broke down below the 180. It's the next resistance level I'd watch, but I think that sits right around where the 5 minute EMA sits. So it's around 93.12, 93.14. Whoa.
What do you think of a
QQQ.
put after QQQ hit 320?
Yeah.
That's what I was like trying to aim for. Good
Yeah,
touch
because
of
it just
320.
broke. Well, it just tried to break that 319.77 that I was watching, or whatever that level was. It looks like it's running into resistance there.
And calls on QQQ would have been good and catching it on the way down.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Um, I would not disagree with that.
So I wanted to sit in the sideline first because, again, from what I saw last night, it looked like if it would have went either way, like if it was gonna be bearish, it would have started off going down, then come back up a little bit and go all the way down. But it looked like it's doing the reverse.
It's because the DXY took a chill pill, basically. Pulled down a little bit from that run it had yesterday. And what I
It's
was.
up 6.5% today.
What are you at now?
POW, POWW.
Pow's up 6% today.
Yeah.
I'm currently down 6% right now. I'm
They
watching
should
the.
be buying Gunbroker like any time now. Like I thought it was going to happen by the end of this month,
Yeah.
unless it's happening today.
The reason I went with puts, J-Dub, is because the QQQ was overbought on the 1 hour. SPY is too. I need to be checking the IWM. I'm still positive on my IWMs, actually.
It's just like running flat, right? IWM.
It's bouncing between these 220 flats and 220.60s. It keeps getting rejected around the 220.62. I'm just trying to run and break through it. Yeah, I'm down like 150 right now. SPY hitting its resistance levels now. Expecting rejections. Start kicking in. Currently trading above it. Sell volumes coming in on the SPY. On the 30-minute. Starting to see more sell volume come in on the Q. It's about flat right now. But I mean, it's running so hard. It's oversold on the 30, on the 1 hour. Oversold on the 30 and 1 hour overbought, excuse me. On these 1 hours and the 30 minutes. Still at a positive 3 on the markets overall. I think the Q's running so hard because it broke out of that trend line. Like I said, I'm just looking for it to tap the top of that trend line and then hop out. Call it a day.
GHVI up 5.5% today.
Nice. For the most part, the coffee and stocks list should be green. Which we haven't really looked at that.
I was looking to get into this on stock called DEO.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the main distributor from in Europe where all the commercial alcohols like Bacardi, Grey Goose,
Mm-hmm.
and and even during the pandemic, people when stress levels is high, people want to drink.
Yeah. F cells up 7% today. Was up 8% just a second ago. BLNK's up 8%, DNN's up 7%, PAL's up 7, almost 7% now. TL Ray's up 7, PYR, PLTR is up 5. Even Aurora Cannabis is up 5%. LKCO up 4.
I did want to get in fuel cell.
Yes.
I punked out on that one.
Man, I was looking at calls on it this morning. I should have probably did that versus RMO, but I think RMO has some recovery to do due to the earnings call yesterday. So I think the return's going to be a lot stronger. That's what I'm banking on. Longer term too. I'm up $43 on my IWMs, down $34 on my SPYs, and down $115 on my QQQs right now. SPYs getting rejected at that 396.74 level. SPY is in a very key moment in its lifetime too, being coming into this COVID compression zone since March happened. I need to be watching the DXY though. I have everything else pulled up on my other screen, so watch the IWM up here. See what we're doing. Yeah, so the IWM rejected off of, it's actually below 220 now. So lower time frames look like it's about to, looks like it's having some EMA. Oh yeah, do I have my time frames? Time frames aren't even set up right. 1 minute, 5. Oh yeah, IWM's breaking down. Now, I want to see how it reacts to these levels though, because that's the 13 EMA where it's currently sitting on the 10 minute. DXY having some EMA rejections around the 13 EMA right now. There's a Q at QQ sitting at 319.72. And then the SPY sitting at 396.70. It's up 0.5% for the day.
Microsoft just pushing.
It's probably
more.
because the Q is. Their overall index is. So you would expect to see pretty much everything. Apple's probably up right now. And Apple's been down $2-3. Looks like the DXY is riding the 15-second 180. Still trying to bend up on the 5 minute. Starting to see some momentum loss on the Q on the 1 minute, but it doesn't look too strong. Looks like we got a rejection on the SPY at those resistance levels around 396.74. DXY just broke below the 15-second 180 though, so we're gonna see a pop.
Yeah, I didn't realize I left my mic on again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was straight in the porta potty.
I didn't hear anything, so I think we're safe.
Good. See forward?
See forward? Let me
Come
look.
on, man. Yeah.
It won't even load. There it is. I just broke the 180 on the 5 minute. And the 10. Or wait. Looks like it's working on the 10. It's bouncing off the 10 right now. 180 on the 10. That is.
It's below it. Looks like it's trying to come back.
Yeah. Q's pushing
Told
right
you,
now.
can't hold that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking about that before. It's stayed below 1250 for since what, 2017?
Mm-hmm.
It's
I
propping
was
up.
up just a minute ago, $32 on that thing.
Yeah. I don't even know where my current status is. I'm down 178 right now.
I'm down 77. I was just down 34, but it looks like IWM might be coming up a bit.
But he's 20 QQQs. Just touched. I'm thinking about getting in this, but
Well, DXY is definitely taking a dump right here. I'm about to see a double RSI bounce out of the 1 minute. It's gonna bring some pressure down on everything else for a second. Unless it bends on the EMAs and it just breaks up. Of course, we're talking Forex now, so. But, you know, I think momentum applies to anything. There it goes. Just broke below 220 on IWM. SPY tried to break above that resistance level and it's currently coming back down a little bit. Selling volume coming in on the IWM. 15 seconds. Looks like we're about to try to retest the 180. Oh, excuse me. On the IWM, which is around 219.25s. The DXY is currently tapping that EMA, 13 EMA on the 15 seconds, sitting on a support level at these levels, so it could bounce above those EMAs. Looks like it just came out of oversold status on the 1 minute, and might be conducting the double RSI dip on the 5. I think once it does that, it might go oversold on the 10. Oh no, that thing's bouncing though. Oh yeah, downward pressure everywhere. Should be coming in now. Oh man, thing's blowing through EMAs. It's already back to 93.10 cents. But I'm not seeing the same reaction from the market yet. It's like it's not kicked in yet. Man, DXY is like, you know what? Forget it. Get your double RSI bounce. If I can see it hit the 180s on the 5 minutes, I know I'm going to be winning. Where am I at? I'm still sitting around 170 right now. My RMOs are down to 750, Jeff. Yeah. Don't listen to him. Not Tim. Don't listen to Tim. You don't know what he's talking about. Sure don't. I'm just playing, by the way. No one special.
I got $92 to go on my, what is that, the $10 calls?
Yeah. It looks like we're doing the double RSI dip
That ain't
now
gonna happen probably for a while.
on the DXY. It's going double RSI oversold now. You're going to see a bounce in the markets. I don't know. The Q's cooling off a little bit more, though. Even though the DXY, it looks like there's a lag between them. Let me start my smaller time frames, yeah. DXY was ready to rip. Took a breather before it did, though. I wonder what my my equity stake in RMO looks like. Let me look. Let me see. Switch accounts, all accounts. I need to get that third account.
Candle coming in DXY.
Oh yeah. That's that double
Look at
RSI.
the 10-minute on DXY. Jeez.
I know.
So I'm thinking about liquidating all of my ZOM and BNGO and all that shit. Take the loss and put it all back into RMO.
We're still on stream.
Oh, sorry.
You're fine. I'm down 190 right now. Thanks to this double RSI dip. What's that?
What are you guys in on?
I have puts on everything. IWM, QQQ, RMO. I have calls on, not RMO. I have calls on RMO. I have SPY puts. I have 2 of each, with the exception of an additional one on the Q. I have an additional put on the Q. So PL open on my RMO equity stake is negative $13. Should see a rebound here now, starting to kick in on the DXY. Sell volume coming in on the Q and the IWM. It broke below 220. The SPY is still seeing some strong buying volume right now. We're just at that 397 level. It's gonna be tough to go any further above this. Oh, my ears. 10-minute.
Where's Tesla at?
Tesla, where you at, Tesla? Tesla is sitting at 660. If somebody's talking to me in the gym chat, I'm not watching. Ignore it if you're investing. 835. I shorted RMO in the paper contest, by the way. ES confirming SPY hype. Have you started the paper comp yet? No, I haven't gotten confirmation that my Webull account has been confirmed yet, so I'm still waiting on that. RMO in the top 5 losers according to Webull, from what Jen says. Gross muting headset. Oh, he's talking about what's his name was talking about. Look at ES on 15-minute. What resistance? If it breaks 320, bullish.
So
Are you talking about
what are your thoughts on?
Huh?
What are your thoughts on liquidating and then stacking up on RMO right now?
Man, I'm confident in RMO. Has a support level that we haven't touched since Tesla. I don't know if you heard that from earlier, but since Tesla hit, 540? When Tesla hit 540, all of the EV plays dropped down to these support levels, in which RMO actually landed on today. So that's when I bought my my calls for it. Yeah, I see the Q's pushing. The SPY's pushing.
So I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna sell out of BNGO, and CCIV and dump it all in RMO.
You have CCIV still?
I do.
I heard it was running yesterday. Is it running today?
I got in at a little. Yeah, it was. It looks like it's rounding off on the 30-minute right now. But I got in super high on it. Like, I'm gonna end up taking, if I do this, I'll end up taking like $140 loss, and then praying to God that RMO makes it up. But I'm pretty sure that it would relatively quickly.
CCIV looks like it's trying to. CCIV looks like it's trying to set up for 320 or for $24. BNGO. Man, it's not performing at all compared to the rest of the markets. Trading below the EMAs on the 1 minute, breaking the EMAs on the 5, 10 minute showing EMA breakage on the 13, and momentum loss. Yeah, this might be your last opportunity to get out of BNGO. And then ZOM, you said you had ZOM, right?
Yeah, I got like 200 shares in there.
Probably bounce back above 162 support. Sitting right on top of the 180. Looks like it's pulling back a little bit. And I gotta get back to the DXY to see what it's doing real quick. My thoughts on liquidating though in the meantime. I mean, RMO is like a 5-year hold for me. So
Sounds to me, I have very, very, very similar thoughts on RMO that you do.
yeah. I mean, you know, everybody was disappointed yesterday with it, but it was the first call. Like, that's just like an IPO hitting the market. You know what I mean? It's gonna dump.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, we're talking earnings now. On the first time since it's IPO'd, so.
How's QQQ's looking?
The QQQ is idled out around 319.80 right now. Looks like it's trying to wrap up on the 1 minute, but it's losing momentum on the 5 and the 10. Same for the SPY, but yeah. I don't even know where my account is right now. I'm not even paying attention to it because I'm pretty confident in my call. Yeah, I was down $190, $200. I'm down to 130 right now. 100, with the exception of RMO being down 30. So I'm positive $52 on my IWMs. I am down $50 on my SPYs, and I'm only down $80 on my Qs, which I was down like 132, 150 at the worst point. Q just broke down on the 15 second and was already pulling down. It was about to wrap up on the 1 minute, but it's actually pulling it back down because that 5 minute is bringing pressure down to it. So DXY is picking back up, breaking through EMAs on the 1 minute on the 34 right now. Showing reversal on the 5 minute after going into double dip RSI. Never went oversold on the 10 minute, which is good because we most likely won't see a double RSI bounce on it. And it's currently trading back up to $93.07. I'm just going to call the cents on it for right now since we're only trading in the $93 price range. But I'm only down $99 right now, so I'm chilling. Sell volume picking up. Buy volume is trying to pick up too on the Q. I will say that they're kind of plateaued and matching each other. IWM still above 220 right now, but making its way down as well. So I'll look at it on the longer time frames, get an idea of what we can forecast there. 30-minute losing momentum, already topped out. 1 hour showing the same thing. Looks like an EMA fake out on the 1 hour on that. Of course, QQQ is showing strong green signals on the 30 and the 1 hour because it broke trend and bumped up. It's currently trading at 319.50. Doesn't look like it ever tapped that 360.62 level. More so, I think it was the level I had before. I'm trying to find it. It was right around, where did I get that number from now that I'm trying to figure it out? There was a 3, I think it was on the smaller time frame or something. Was it back here? Yeah. So this goes all the way back to January, where we topped out at 319.80. That's what it was. It was roughly around there. DXY is now at 8 cents, going to 9, picking up, breaking EMAs on the 1. The 55 EMA showing reversal signals. Of course, it needs to confirm on the top side of that. The 5 minute shows that it has the momentum to push it higher on the 1 minute. So, and it looks like it'll come back to the 180 on the 10 minute eventually. And we have broken EMA 55, landed on support above it, breaking 9 cents. 212 or 220 still, 220.12 on IWM, 319.55 on the Q, and 396.93 on the SPY right now. About to break 10 cents on the DXY, so we are picking back up. I'm still down to 114 bucks now, so. But like I said, it seems like there's some type of lag here from the price action of the DXY before it affects the rest of the market. DXY ultimately needs to get above in the 12-cent range and break those levels. But I think it has the momentum to do it. So should see that downward pressure kicking in. Oh, let's see what our overall score is now. We're at a 5, actually. And it's 10 o'clock, so expecting 11 o'clock reversals. Man.
Yeah, so I went ahead and did it. I picked up 168 shares in RMO.
Did you? What was your price entry? What's your price average? Excuse me.
Right now it's sitting at $9.09.
You bought it at $9.09?
No, I had some previously, so it kind of averaged me down.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I bought it at like 850 something.
Yeah. All right. I bought it at 902 yesterday. I think you were on the call when I bought them. That's in my.
I was, yeah.
And then I bought 3 contracts today. Which is currently down $15 since I opened it. Only had 30 shares though, and I had 3 contracts for about $580 or something like that. Is what I spent on it. Nasdaq showing QQQ, that is showing support on the 180, but a lot of sell volume coming in. 5-minute going red, so I expected that's the 180 on the 15 second, or yeah, 15 second. I'll take that with a grain of salt half the time, but SPY looks like it's posted for the most part above the 396.74s. Good thing is I can hold these into tomorrow if I wanted to and sell them off. DXY just broke 12 cents, by the way. That's what I was waiting for my puts to play. We're hitting that 180 on the 10-minute. Actually broke up above 13 cents, but it's currently trading at 12.3. See what happens. Looks like slight momentum loss on the 1 minute, but the 5 just went green, came out of oversold status. 10-minute bending up as well. And on the longer time frames, looks like we bounced right above the 180 on the 30-minute before it came down and showing a bend up on the 30. Oh wow, one hour bend up. Let's see. So as long as that plays in my direction, I'll be good. Let's do all accounts so I can see everything. Put you in the long term. Oh, I don't have a group for it. Okay, cool. I'm currently down $64 or $92. 64 on my Qs, 44 on my SPYs, and 15 on my IWMs. Yeah, my confidence is definitely building in these because typically if I made the wrong calls, I'd be down like $300-400 at this point. But we shall see. Make sure them confirmations kick in.
I'm still looking to get in the QQQs. I had my chance to go in, but I haven't taken it. Thought it was gonna go above at least a little bit of 320.
Yeah. Uh-oh, there's the star of the show. Let me go get her. Be right back. getting a headache. Sinus headache. I cannot hear you right now if you're talking to me. Show it to you for a minute, girl. J-Dub, you might have a second opportunity to hop in the queues in a minute. Let's see if I can get these on. One-handed. Not working. There we go. Now I can hear y'all.
Yeah, because I would like to be at least 320 or close, very close to 320. So I can feel very confident.
Talking about here in the it's Jen talking about in the Jen chat. Huh, there she is. Hey. Hey. Hey.
And I was looking at a 322 call. I mean put for $5.67.
Put.
Yeah.
You're gonna pay about 567 when it's all over with.
The higher I pay, the if it does come down, the more I get paid, right?
What are, you said 322? What expiration date? $10 more, but you're spending about 100 more to get it.
So not worth it. I think of 321.
That's why I stick with the at the monies because it costs less. I'm risking less to make just about the same, right? About $50, give or take. So, you know, you can use that money elsewhere with something else. That's your savings.
So what you think of like a 320?
Yeah, but I would make sure we don't
319?
break out above 320. 320 in the money is what I'm on right now. I actually have two 318s only because I was capped out on my account. Couldn't afford two more 320s at the time. Or period for the rest of the day for that matter. Look at that. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye. Yeah. Yeah. You're still sleepy, huh? Currently down 140 as right now. DXY still looks like it's bending up, working, it's churning. Currently still at a positive 5. It is now 10:17. Say, give me that, daddy. Let me get it. Let me get it, daddy. Nope. 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 Mm-hmm. Let's see. For the most part, the queue's been riding on the 180 on the 15 second. I think the moment that it breaks down there, it's going to come down. 10 minutes wrapping up, though. Coming out of the second double RSI dip on the 10 minute. so I think that's gonna weigh down on it. Currently sitting at 319.47.
You don't think it might go higher?
I'm not seeing signs that it will, to be honest. Because the SPY is breaking the 15 180 now. The QQQ just broke the 180 15 second. SMA both bending down on the 10 minute. I'm still positive on my IWM, so I'm not that concerned about it. I just want $1 negative, so. A lot of sell volume coming in on the Q on the 15 second. Some short term buying volume coming in on the SPY on the 15 second. It bounced off the 180. Now retesting that 180 on the 15 second. For the most part, it looks like the Q is somewhat. Let me see. Who's following who here? They're pretty much trading at the same pace, but it looks like there was a slight lag between the two.
Think I'm missing my chance to get in?
Based on what the 10 minutes showing me, we're about to break below 319. Yeah, just breaking down, bro. I'm still down 147. IWM just did something, because that's down $27 now. It broke up to 220.71. Rejected. It's getting rejected.
Oh shit, I don't even know how to buy with this.
With
I try to
TOS?
buy, but with Weeble.
Oh. Yeah, not my department for sure. Wish it was so I could help you there, but. Kisses. I like kisses. Yeah. I got my kisses. Ba. Oh, you IWM, what are you doing?
Oh, I don't think my money has. I don't get it. Yeah, I think my money hasn't okayed yet. It says insufficient options. Fine, problem. I don't get that. I have one contract here.
You have one contract in there? Or are you trying to buy one contract?
Yeah. And I have $1,000 on my thing, unless I still got to take 5 business days to clear.
You might want to hit them up about it. See what they have to say. Kisses. Yeah, the Q is following exactly behind the SPY, or the SPY is following the Q. There's the breakdown.
It says please decrease your order quantity and try again.
You only bought one though, right?
Yeah. Just so weird.
It's weird.
Unless it says, because it does says contracts times 100 shares, and I put in 1. Is that just trying to buy out 100 shares at 100 shares?
Should be one. I don't know. And it's asking you to decrease it from there. Girl. I mean, even if I told you to try it with 100 and see what happens, like, I doubt it would allow you to buy 100 contracts without the funds for it.
Not yet, because I've been trying to buy it, but why is it 100 shares? Yeah, that's this is way more complicated. Robinhood was so much easier.
Yeah. SPY sitting right on top of the 13 EMA on the 5-minute. QQQ doing the same. IWM is trying to run, but found yet again some more rejections on the 220.62. It broke above it, but ultimately it came back down. It wasn't able to find support above it. 1 minute looks like it's losing momentum. 10-minute looks like it's been waiting for it. 5-minute showing signs of rounding off. Looking at a double RSI to bounce on the 15-second for the SPY. QQQ still has a ways to go before that happens there. But they're in the same downtrend, so. QQQ.
Or does it matter about seeing long put? It says long put. Am I supposed to change that to short put or something like that?
I don't know. Anybody on here got any Oh, look in the general chat. He's showing you examples now.
I'll check right now.
I don't know if that's going to help you or not, but hopefully it does. Hey, Pud. What you doing, Pud? Oh, EMA rejections on the 15-second. Looking nasty. Yes, Lord. Winning. We should be winning. I'm still down $124. This makes no sense.
Oh, single option. See, it says here. Try that.
Come on down. Yeah. Yeah. Just went positive again with the IWMs. So they must have lost all momentum. It's only sitting at 220.38 right now, so still positive on them. So SPY's about $35.60. I'm only down $85 on these now, so feeling a little bit more comfortable with my positioning. Definitely could have positioned myself better with my Qs. The contract times 100 share things is just showing if you exercise that one contract would actually be 100 shares. And also, it's also to show why the premium is what it is at. So he needs to leave it there. Where it says 100, he needs to leave it there. Jen? So what you're saying? I got you. Oh, the push. Look what I got. What that? What that is? What that I got? He said, if you want one contract, leave it as is. J-Dub. Hey, Reg, you on the call still? Or on another call? Probably hit me up on Facebook. Let's see if he is. Let's see what it's saying. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I got a pudding. I got a pudding. I got a pudding. Hey, 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 hey. I'm listening. Headphones dead and won't charge. Bleh. I need to buy some more headphones. You remember when I had a rough day on a Wednesday? I think we all won. So, maybe your rough day will turn around for you. Hope it does. Currently only down $59, $71, $74.
I still can't get it, man. This is frustrating.
Still not letting you in, huh? And now I'm back up to $100 down. And thanks to that bounce. Yes, understood. Understood. Look at that. Yes. Spy is just having EMA breakdowns right now. I expect the Q to follow it. Come on. You know you wanna. You know you gonna. Break down. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Break down. Dun, 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 dun. There it goes. Winner. DXY is at 15 cents now. Boom. Breaking EMAs on the 5. Broke above EMAs on the 10. But the Q just took off for some reason. Makes no sense. What I'm seeing. Oh, because DXY dropped down a little bit there. Hopefully it's running. Still sitting at 14 cents though. Man, that's crazy. 1 cent and the thing just explodes. Like something's really going on. Unless there's news that I'm not paying attention to. That could be the issue too. White House coronavirus team. 90% of adults 90% of adult vaccines eligible by April 19th. Biden infrastructure plan includes pitch for electric vehicle. Ooh. Purchase rebates. Clean energy ETF surge as investors await Biden infrastructure plan details. Clean energy, they just repeated it. NASDAQ far outpacing the Dow and S&P with 215-point rally early Wednesday. I am done defending America, history, and our leaders who fought hard. What? What is Jim Cramer talking about?
Man, this sucks.
Crazy. Anyways, enough politics for me in one day. Look at the spy real quick, see if we got any news on the thing. Let's see the thing.
I received something like we have credited your account $1,000 instant buying power. But it says before the deposit is completed in 5 business days. Well, does that mean like I can't make an option for 5 business days or something?
I don't know. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Like they just received the transaction from the bank and now they have to process it.
So it's like I could buy stocks, but I can't do options.
Yeah,
Like
you
I
can
can
buy
immediately
stocks.
buy stocks.
Yeah, yeah. Did you just receive that email today?
Yeah.
Okay, so you might be able to buy, to my understanding. Somebody feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. So, I wanted to add something in real quick. I'll change subject on you, J-Dub. I read something in the news. U.S. Senate Minority Leader McConnell says he is not likely to support President Biden's infrastructure plan due to massive tax increases. Potential effect. Excuse me. I'm sorry. That's alright. Did I scare you? Potential effect on national debt. Um, the Biden plan infrastructure. President Joe Biden will formally release a $2 trillion infrastructure plan Wednesday afternoon as a two-part legislative initiative. The White House is framing the proposal under the title of the American Jobs Plan and is presenting it as the most significant domestic investment since President Dwight Eisenhower's interstate highway system in the 1950s and President John F. Kennedy's space program in the 1960s. The plan is being divided into a two-pronged approach following concerns from both Democrats and Republicans on how the measure will be financed. Biggie, hush. Infrastructure projects on tap. The first legislative offering defines infrastructure as covering both property and people. Among the initiatives include the following proposals: $621 billion for upgrading and expanding physical infrastructure, including roads, bridges, railways, and public transit systems. $400 billion for projects dubbed care infrastructure designed to expand access to home or community care for people with aging relatives. That's important because a lot of home health care services are actually performing as one of the top sectors this year. $213 billion addressing problems facing underserved communities by upgrading and constructing schools, VA hospitals, and other public sector facilities, with an emphasis on unionized trade workers on these projects. 180 billion, for research and development and technology and climate science, including incentives for the domestic production of semiconductors, batteries, and clean energy technologies. 174 billion for expanding access to electric vehicles, which includes the construction of 500,000 electric vehicle stations, the electrification of bus fleets, and tax incentives and rebates to make electric vehicles more affordable. EV charging station, the ticker on it. I have a whole list. We can look at them in a minute. I'm pretty sure they're taken off. 111 billion to replace lead pipes and service lines across the nation and upgrading drinking water, waste system, and stormwater systems. 100 billion for workforce development, mobile Sprint, potentially Nokia and Ericsson. Ericsson more than Nokia, of course. You guys know how I feel about that. And then 100 billion for updating the nation's electric grid. That'd be nice, so we don't have anything to deal with like what we dealt with in this last winter storm. Was titled the Made in America Tax Plan, which overhauls portions of the U.S. tax code related to businesses and high-income individuals. One of the main priorities in this aspect is the plan. In this aspect of the plan is raising the corporate tax rates from 21% to 28%. A partial reversal of Donald Trump's 2017 tax reform initiative, which lowered the tax rate from 35 to 21%. At least we're not going back to 35%. Just saying. It's halfway. Anyways, the plan is also expected to impose a global minimum tax on profits from foreign organizations, increase capital gain taxes for affluent Americans, and reimpose the pre-Trump individual rate of 39% for individuals earning more than $400,000 per year. Furthermore, the updates to the tax code will be designed to discourage U.S. firms from listing overseas tax havens as their corporate address and from writing off expenses related to offshoring. I think this tax plan is going to have a hit on these markets, man. The QQQ just bumped all the way back up to the 319.72s, and the SPY just jumped back to the 396.83s. Is he talking right now? White House, someone to reinstate. Nova Bay shares move higher. U.S. I think I'm gonna try to host the conference on here so we can watch it together like we did yesterday with the call, just so we all get the same information at the same time. I think I can view it on whitehouse.gov. I think I'm gonna start doing that a little bit more with our group. Just no, you didn't. No, you didn't. I know you didn't, girl. I know you didn't, girl. I know you didn't. Where you going? What are we doing? What are we doing? What? Here, you want your mouse? I'll get you your mouse. Let me get you your mouse. And it rejected off those levels too, so. And then like whitehouse.gov/live or something. I think it's like whitehouse.live. Let's see. Yeah, I was right. Word. He is coming on. Press briefing by White House COVID-19 response team and public health officials. Upcoming event, Biden. Oh, so at 3:20 today, right after market closes, Biden's gonna talk. Why didn't he do it while the market was open? Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Remarks on this. Alright, so that's something we can expect to pay attention to. Is the effects that can be assumed to occur from this new infrastructure plan and the tax increases that it will have on corporate America. You know, people freak out about these things too, though, at the same time. But you know they're going to find some loophole in and out of it. So I don't even know why it's such a big argument at this point. Where am I sitting at? Oh. I'm only down 45 bucks. Now, my IWMs are running. Let's have a looker at her. Up $100 on those things. Where you going, girl? We're winning. You need to be cheering. We're down below 220, about to break 219. Winner! Daddy's a winner! Winner, 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 winner. Chicken dinner. Winner, 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 winner. A chicken dinner. Alright. Up 120 on those. You know. That'll be my PL open though once I'm done with the day. I'm trying to keep that in mind. Down only 36 bucks. So what this is essentially doing with the IWM is buying me time to hold on my Qs and my SPY. If we break 320 at that point, that yawns. 10 minutes starting to kick in on the Qs though. 10 minutes starting to kick in on that SPY. So I think we're going to break down here more than anything, and my account should pick up the rest of the day. Q just broke down all the way to 319.22, and the SPY's still sitting around 396. So there we go. Winners. Got a whole bunch of winners over here. Coming in hot. Beta. Got some winners over here. What do you mean? We break below 319.20 on the Q right now. It's current intra time frame support level that I'm watching. You want it? Double dip RSI occurring on the 1 minute on the IWM, so it's about to break 219. SPY just broke down just like Q did, so it looks like it's tracing just a little bit behind the Q. But you can foretell what's going to happen with the SPY if that's the case, based on what the Q is doing. Q is about to break 319. IWM is about to break 219. We just hit a support level from this intra time frame on the Qs. I want to watch how it reacts there as well, but we shall see. Currently up $23 on my calls. Yay. SPY reverse. That was weird. Got my kisses. Still on my kisses. Still on my kisses. Where you going, girl? You wanna roll around? You wanna roll around for a minute? Now you're awake? Oh, pull it in. Let me get this from under us and we'll be good. Have that back. Let me get this back. Put that there. Dun, 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 dun. There you go. Wanna go find Mama? Wanna go find Mama? Up here. Go get the Mama. Go get the Mama. There you go. Go ahead. Go get the Mama. Say Mama. Here? You hear Mama? Hey. Ah. Ah. Thing's holding on for dear life, ain't it? You know, whipped all the way around on me. Yeah. Alright, back down to 112 because the Qs brought me down once they reversed back to the 319.50s. Let me see something here. I really want to see how it's trading on the 1 minute a little bit more in depth here. Is that right? Oh, the SPY tried to break 397 on that rebound. Rejections. Man. It's propped up on the 10 minute though, sitting right at the 180s. Showing momentum to this top side. I think today is a day we shall just see. I'll be right back. Once again. Biden speaks 15 minutes after market close. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I use OBS Streamlabs. That's what I'm using right now. Can you use that to stream webcast or something? Down $135 right now. Where you going, girl? Yeah, Streamlabs. What there, girl? All over my feet. Come on. Come on. Are you coming? Where you going? Where you going? Go ahead. Come here.
Yo, do you think I should reapply for my options on application? Like, should I have more stuff? So I'm at level 2, but it says I'm permitted to do cover calls, cash secure puts, and loan calls. Just those four. Or should I be having more strategies? If anybody knows. So the only thing I can think of is probably, yeah, I have to wait the 5 business days or something for the money to clear.
Good grief, it's hot. Let me get something to wipe your face. Hold on. No, we're not gonna go sit. No, we're not. Bacon. Bacon. You do all that. Yeah, press me out. Press me out, but no, I'm speaking. Yeah, I don't want to take you to the beach. To the crusty face.
I did just think about something. If he's pushing out $2 more trillion, then that's going to cause the dollar to drop more.
Her Majesty's trying to get her. Yeah, because I was gonna get something to eat because I'm starving.
What are you thinking about eating? Give me a second, I can come help you with it. That way we can do it together. We can go ahead and eat now. There are disk bots that can auto spam wherever you go live. But I think you're basically already using something similar. Yeah, I'm using something that basically allows me to push out on all platforms. Super weird. Alright, where am I at? Put my IWMs real quick. IWM back above 220. Oh, I can't hit that button now. IWM really pushing. I mean, the Q's pushing right now. So is the SPY. Down 214 right now. Still. I'm considering holding these until tomorrow myself. Trillion on the dollar is going to have versus the effect a corporate tax increase is going to have on the overall market right now.
What is that? The 2 trillion for the people or for EV cars?
It's for the infrastructure package, so anything from roads to highways to EVs, clean energies, um, healthcare. What else was it? I was just reading it off a minute ago. I'm not sure if you heard me or not.
Oh no, yeah, I was on the phone.
Yeah.
Like I put it on the general chat. Like I took a picture of me trying to buy
Mm-hmm.
and like what it hits me with.
Yeah. From what Jen says, it depends on if you're trying to do more complicated options, but it looks like you're just trying to buy a simple option, a single option, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought too. Maybe the intrinsic value will pick up once these reject again, which they're doing now. IWM still above, or just broke below 34 EMA on the 13, or I mean on the 10 minute. The 13 is currently trying to cross below the 34, so maybe we see this go red here in a little bit. DXY has since pulled back about 10 cents back to the 93.
Dang, man, I'm down like 200 on my POS account.
Or
Hold
something
on.
else.
Sorry, I had to send a text or an email. Um,
Whoa.
down 37.50 on SPY. Down
Look,
154 on Romeo.
look at this right here, man. Yeah, I'm down 100 on Romeo. So it's actually put me at like 300 in the negative for the day. But like I said, I'm holding those long term. I'm not tripping. Um, Look at this gap on the Q. That was nuts. 15 seconds. I'm only down 180 now. I was down to 200. That's because the SPY's pulling back, and I think the IWM's pulling down already. Yeah, it broke below 220 again. Looks like a EMA fake out on the 1 minute.
Yo, Jen, try to check out the general chat. See the picture that I sent. See if I'm like if it's something I'm doing wrong. Yeah, he's saying it's probably my funds ain't settled, so I think I have to wait the 5 business days. I
Just broke.
deposited I think yesterday
Oh, I got you.
or the day before yesterday.
Um, QQQ just hit 320. And again, check the news, see if there's anything running on it. Nothing new
And
since.
yeah,
I'm sure it'll probably be late if it's anything. Oh man.
Yeah, it's gonna come. I feel like it's gonna come down from 320.
Yeah, me too. Like I said,
That's
I'm
the
looking at.
time I wanted to buy my option. My put option was at 320. This is a good price.
I got.
Why spy so high?
Hold on 1 second. Theta, Delta.
I'll be back. Make a phone call.
Kill. Percent. There we have that. So if I hold these overnight, let me look. Where's my theta at? Why is my theta not in there? Yeah, if I hold these overnight, it's gonna cost me 150, but I make $336 for every dollar they go down. Just broke 320. I'm currently down 237. That's because of my Qs at 179 at loss right now, and $99 on the SPY. I'm gonna snatch me something to chew on. Not sure if you're still on live YouTube live stream, but I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down for now. I left the Discord links in the chat. You can join us there. Also left the Facebook group for the challenge. I see we have about 14 people that responded so far, 9 that wanted to participate. If you could, if you are a participant, please feel free to share that with anyone else that might want to run it with us. I would appreciate the support there. Right now we're sitting at 320.10 on Q, 397.22 on the SPY, and I'm gonna look at IWM here. I think it's below 320 or 220 still, so yeah, it is. All right, I'll be right back.